Mm-mm-mm-mm. It's gonna work, or what's going on with my hair? Oh, we live? What? Why is this not working? What? Hello? Anyone? Okay. Oh my god, my technical issues. Hello? Can we hear me? Please. Wait, let me... Hello? Technical issue. You can hear me. Okay. How are we all doing? How are we doing? What's up, Kusakabe and everyone else? Mainly just see Kusakabe spamming in the chat, as always. What's up, Adrian? I had no idea I was planning a stream today until about an hour ago. Oh. So, Jaff isn't here yet, but when he does turn up, we'll be, well, hopefully predicting stuff which will inevitably be incorrect for chapter 262, because Gege always catches us off guard. No one is ever right. What's up, Cats and Cucumber? That's an interesting name. When do spoilers drop? Same, like, it's always the same time. For me, it's like early Thursday morning, like 5 a.m. I don't know what time that will be for all you guys, because I know from all over the place. Right. Nearly off from work, so this is good timing. Nice. Hello there, Jed. How you doing? I wish you could join too. That would be great. We'd have the old squad back together, but no. So, what is going on with my hair? Is what I want to know. What the fuck? Wait. I probably shouldn't take the headset off. Actually, you see my astronomically huge ears. Okay, the hair is just like that. Whatever. Is what it is. To be fair, I've been in bed for like 5 days straight, trying to get over the crippling illness. So I don't exactly look amazing right now, but it is what it is. If it isn't the best theory maker in JJK, Weary Exile is a crazy name, by the way. What's up? Thank you for joining. Ear reveal. Yep. Right. Allons-Y got super COVID? Yep. Thank you very much, Leonard. I appreciate that. What is my prediction? My prediction is Sukuna's gonna get his ass cooked. Royally cooked. Like, we're gonna have... I think we're gonna have Yuta use his ability to focus the guaranteed hit on one specific person, so that the Infinite Void sure hit is gonna be targeted on Sukuna. He's gonna bring in Todo and Yuji, and all three of them are gonna cook the shit out of Sukuna until he's like this little ball of mush. And then we're going to use Nobara's reveal with the Straw Doll Resonance to allow Yuji to, like, wake Megumi up, and then Yuji's going to, like, go in, and then we're going to finish everything off with a Yuji versus Megumi, not Yuji versus Megumi, the Yuji and Megumi versus Sukuna in Sukuna's innate domain, and then somehow the merger is going to be a thing. Or Sukuna's going to realize that he's getting his ass smacked, and then, like, pull out the merger as some sort of, like, binding vow ass pulley power-up. Because Sukuna does not win this fight. Like, he was getting cooked by Yuji and Todo. This is literally, like, Yuta slash Gojo. There's no... Sukuna's not winning this. So there's some ass pulley power-up coming involving the merger, or they're just gonna, like, straight up win. But I think the innate domain like clash is coming. I think the clash battle. What's up, Mr. 60? I see you around on Twitter a lot. I'm very good, thank you. Well, I'm much better than I was yesterday. Oh, thank you, Tiberius. I appreciate it.
I am ready whenever, by the way.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, you jump scared me, man. That scared the shit out of me. Okay, hi Jaff. Jaff is here, guys.
Hello. I didn't want to interrupt the spiel. I heard Nobara get mentioned, and I thought I'm just not going to move until this this tangent is finished.
Right
How is everyone? How are you all feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling a lot better, personally.
I'm feeling a lot better after my reaction to the last week's chapter. I can't lie.
Yeah?
Yeah. Turns out I'm not dropping the series, and it was just a knee-jerk reaction.
Oh, well, you're not the only one. I think there's a few of those.
Kusakabe sort of fell off the horse a little bit when it released.
Oh, Kusakabe is like still dead set on it being the worst chapter of manga ever written.
I sort of warmed up to it a little bit, but I'm not sure. These next couple of chapters are really important.
They are, yeah. I think there's definitely problems with it, but in terms of what we got, I'm on board. I'm looking forward to see what Gege does now.
I feel like the right analogy would be, like, right now I've been served a bad plate of food in a restaurant, which is not to my taste. I've already mentioned it to the waiter, and he's, like, taking it back to the kitchen. If it comes back out and is still shit, I'm going to be worried. If it comes back out and is fine, and it was just a massive overreaction,
you just go on with
which
it.
I think is going to be, I'll go that way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I don't see him... I see Gege, like, continuing on with his mistake of the pacing, but I don't see... In terms of what he actually gives us, I don't see it being terrible. Like, at least not as terrible as people are making it out to be.
No.
Like, you don't have to like it, sure, but some people are like, this is the worst thing that's, like, happened in storytelling. Kusakabe, very much of that opinion.
I just think, honestly, it's a case of we've got the first part of a long sort of... This is the ending fight, in my eyes. So we've just got the first taste of it. And because I was sort of so expected, either a Gojo Ghost or not this, it's like I sort of need to warm up to the idea a little bit more. Like these next sort of 2 chapters for me are massive. But I'd love Gege to pull a real right curve and take us back to Hakari Uraume when this shit is really picking up. I'd love to see us sort of switch perspectives.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he's been waiting now for, like, the most climactic moment in the whole arc, and then he's gonna chuck in the Uraume Hakari chapter. Like, I know it's coming.
Yeah, it's definitely coming. It's on the horizon. It's been there for, I'd say, over 20 chapters. We've needed to switch. Yeah. So
I'd be okay with it.
It'd be the right time to sort of put a break in, because it'd fix all the pacing issues me and you have talked about.
Yeah.
With every sort of major plot point just being shoehorned into the 30 chapters we've seen them.
Yeah.
Maybe sort of switching perspectives and having, even if it's just 1 chapter, because I can't imagine 2 chapters being with Hakari.
Probably not even a whole chapter. Probably like half a chapter.
But I still don't think that's enough, man. Like,
yeah, no.
But I also think the gig is shelving Hakari. I'm of the mindset that this isn't going to work. So they may have to bring out the ultimate stalemate in the end. But that's for later on.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Honestly, I feel like... I don't know, I think it's the opposite. I think Hakari is just... I don't think he's ever going to fight Sukuna. I don't think Gege wants him involved at all. I think he wants him completely, like, just on the sideline. He's not important enough of a character. He just doesn't care to write him into this fight.
The thing is, though, I just feel like with all of the respect from all of the other characters, constantly, like, sort of mentioning, like, everything about him and the foreshadowing to, like, his infinite curse technique and all of the infinite cursed energy, sorry. I just think that he's far too big of a player to just get ignored and, like, sort of stuck on the side to deal with Uraume. Yeah, although she's, although it's really powerful, it's just sort of, I feel like it's a waste again, but that is very on sort of topic for Gege, especially with, you know, Todo and recent shit.
Right, who's spamming the lung emojis in chat? Fucking Spindenix every time. Yeah, no, I can understand where you're coming from. I think Hakari is like, people think I don't like Hakari. I love Hakari. I really wish he was given a lot more love by Gege than he has been so far. So like, I think I agree with you. It's just, I'm of the opinion that it's like, well, I don't want to say it's too late now, but I wish he was more relevant up until this point.
The way I just see it is, if this plan doesn't work and the merger happens in whatever way or in whatever format, I don't think it's going to be an instant thing. So putting Hakari in the mix then is like the right play, because no one else has got a longevity in a fight as Hakari.
Yep.
Going back earlier in the fight, before all of this shit, Hakari would have been blitzed. However, you got to think now, Sukuna is very much on the back foot, especially if we see more of this fight now. He's going to be even more so on a back foot. So they sort of output levels, I feel like Hakari can actually contend in a one-on-one with, you know, how busted everything in his kit is. So maybe that's the right time that, you know, if we take some real losses here, if Sukuna sort of initiates the merger, maybe Hakari's the right man to sort of stall time until the next plan or whatever we sort of have as a response or rebuttal to the merger, you know?
That's fair. I'm just gonna go to this in chat real quick. Big MB Warrior God, thank you for the two quid. Guys, no spoilers, I'm only on chapter 17. Right. Right. I don't think I can even tell you what happens in chapter 17. That's like...
Watch the anime, bro.
Yeah.
There's still episodes for you to watch.
Have to help out famous YouTuber Allons-Y. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, Tiberius, got a point there. A longest fight on, you know, realistically in the whole series so far.
Yeah.
I just think that he's the ultimate sort of late round dice throw in the sort of rock paper scissors that we're playing with Sukuna right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I for one don't see how Sukuna gets out of his current predicament. I think at least with my current theory is that he's gonna get royally cooked, because obviously Yuta is supposedly able to target Sukuna with the guaranteed hit, which is a insane ability that he used in his domain clash last time. So my ideal sort of like theory and how we go for this chapter is that Infinite Void is focused only on Sukuna, and Yuji and Todo get put in the domain with him. I mean, even if that isn't the case, I still think like Yuta or Gojo. I honestly have no idea what to call this person. I don't.
I'm seeing a lot of Yuta
winning it. Yeah, I see a lot of that kind of stuff.
But I honestly think that you like that's pretty much where I'm at, what I think is going to happen. The only thing with the sort of the Shua hit shit was I saw an interesting thread where it was talking about having to make contact with both Yuji and Todo during it. I can't remember the actual ins and outs of it now because it was like a long ass thread, but it basically went into the fact that if he wanted to use his Shua hit, he would need to be in contact with Yuji and Todo if they were in the domain,
right?
Making it much more difficult.
I mean, I'm
not sure how that would work because I feel like Todo's ability sort of has a workaround to that, and the fact that you can switch so many times in 1 second, I'm wondering if there's a way that they could just consistently switch to the point that nothing hits them.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Like that. I feel like that's, you know, there's obviously travel time to slashes and what have you. So being able to switch at the perfect time is like, you know, as much as I think there would be sort of out there, it's a manga. We got to remember these, you know, these characters can do shit like that. So it wouldn't be out of the question for something like that. But I very much see a Maharaga help me. Not so much, you know, actual Maharaga, but a very similar moment in where Sukuna's very much against, against the wall, and there will be another ass pull. I'm 100% certain this is not the last ass pull we've seen.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, no, I think it's not going to be as simple as Sukuna gets knocked out cold this chapter and then everything's Gucci from here on. Like, it's also, I don't think it's going to be pointless either. Like, every fight we've gotten into, hell, like Kusakabe versus Sukuna, there's always the build-up of Sukuna gets a little bit cooked and then, like, he just slams them, right? I don't think any slamming's going to be happening, but I think it's going to be like Sukuna gets cooked and then we get the ass pull.
Yeah. I literally spot on.
Yeah.
The other way I can also see it going on, which was sort of like a dark horse theory I had, and I want to say it out now, just in case it does come true. But what happens if we do actually knock Sukuna out to the point where, incapacitated, Megumi is still inside? What happens? What do we do?
Yeah, so I think the plan is to, like, not knock him out, but the plan from the beginning has been, like, kill him. Like, literally kill him in a way that's, I think the idea is you have to, his head has to be on his shoulders, but beyond that, he just needs to be dead. That's why they all keep going for his heart and organs and stuff. So he needs to be, like, out cold, completely immobile, dead, or like, completely knocked out. And then Yuji, like, will do his, like, weird soul thing to get in and then worry about Megumi. Because the idea is like what happened to Yuji back at the detention center, where technically he died, but both Sukuna and Yuji's souls were, like, alive in his innate domain. So I think they're trying to use that mechanic against Sukuna by not worrying about, like, having to knock him out, as opposed to the plan is just do as much damage as possible without taking his head off, and like, kill him if you need to, and then they'll figure out how to save Megumi.
Yeah. Because that'd be an interesting parallel as well to back in, way back when we saw that actually happen first time.
Yeah.
It'd be sort of interesting to see. I'd have thought there would be, like, sort of panel comparisons and stuff and very similar poses from the characters. But I don't know. I just feel like if it went to that point as well, I'm not sure, like, Yuji's battle IQ is there, if that makes sense, and just the IQ around, Hurst's just energy as a whole and binding vows and stuff. I just don't think that Yuji is going to win in a one-on-one sort of discussion, because that's what it would end up being.
I don't think it would. I think it will be. I mean, I think the most common theory, and the one that I like the most as well, is it will be Megumi and Yuji in the innate domain fighting Sukuna.
Oh, I like the idea. I don't know if it'd be a fight though. I honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it would go.
I can see that. I think it will be like, I think Sukuna. This is what I kind of don't like, just about JJK as a whole. I think is the way we win this is by. I mean, it kind of makes sense because Gojo was the one responsible for putting him in this state, or at least, like, Gojo and Yuji were, like, doing the most of the heavy lifting in terms of nerfing Sukuna to the ground. Because of the whole, like, soul strikes thing, it's very likely that the final boss, Sukuna, is, like, if we do that whole innate domain battle, he's still just, like, hella nerfed. And Megumi's gained some crazy power up, and Yuji's, like, getting to grips with Shrine. I can see that working, but I'm really, like, I don't care that much, but I would have rather, I think it's too late now, but I would have rather we take the approach of everyone gets stronger so that they have a better chance, rather than Sukuna is, like, so unbelievably nerfed. I know some people really like that because they love how strong Sukuna is, and that's fine, but I would have always much preferred the approach of our protagonist get really stronger instead of, and then they fight Sukuna at his absolute peak, as opposed to Sukuna becomes this cripple and then they beat him.
Yeah, like, after whittling him down.
Yeah.
I just think we're sort of looking at it, that would be much more one-on-one dependent, whereas this, I feel like, actually gives respect to Sukuna as a character. Like, we had to have done this. I don't think the series would have hit the same if our characters had the power, like, the real big power-ups.
That's
I
fair.
think Sukuna needed to be the strongest and needed to take this much sort of, pain and hurt and all of the damage which has been done over all of these chapters. It needed to have happened because otherwise people would have just called him a bum,
Well,
if
yeah.
Yuji's sort of very, very fresh to this whole, cursed shit, being able to power up to the point of then going toe-to-toe with Sukuna, it just feels like, holy shit, he was actually a bum. We waited 100 years just for this essentially newbie to take him down. Whereas now it's like, look at all the sacrifices we've made. Look at all of the absolute goats which have died just to sort of put a scratch on him, just to give someone else a sort of chance. It's always that, giving the next person the chance. It's almost like no one wants to hit a home run, everyone wants to hit to first base. And that home run will feel so much better when it actually hits.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Right. So let's do a little chat update. Allons-Y, if Sukuna's heart isn't healed, then Megumi can't switch, so Sukuna would have to heal it, because Sukuna can heal soul. Wait, what? If Sukuna's heart isn't healed, then Megumi can't switch. Why? Megumi doesn't need to switch. Yuji needs to go in. I'm not sure I follow. How the fuck is Megumi coming back without idol transfiguration? That is a weird point. I kind of like imagine, I don't know, I imagine them like tearing apart almost, or I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one.
I find that whole topic sort of difficult.
Yeah. That's a kind of like, I've been very keen on just waiting and seeing with that one. Like, I don't really make many, merger theory videos. I don't really cover that topic too much because I honestly don't really have a clue. Is that Jaff or Jid? Because they sound similar, I think. Maybe unless it's someone else. It's Jaff, mate.
Yeah. Clues in the title.
I don't think they sound similar at all. I don't know what you're smoking.
Is what it is. Is what it is.
Crackbook theory, the merger is going to be a one-eyed cat, a true Gege self-insert with Sukuna getting absorbed so that Gege can be one with his favorite character. I mean, honestly, with the exception of the one-eyed cat, which would be hella stupid, yeah, I can see that actually being a thing where Sukuna, like, uses the merger to power himself up or some crazy shit like that. Who knows? We don't even know what the merger is going to be. I can't remember who I was talking to about this the other day, but Gege has, like, kind of put ideas, or Kenjaku, rather, has kind of shown us ideas of, like, what it could be, and I feel like I made the mistake of assuming the picture it showed us is what it would look like, but that is not the case at all. No. Like, it could be this massive, like, rumbling, like, monster, but at the same time, it could just be a guy. Like, it could be a humanoid, normal
big
person.
Power-up sort of deal.
Yeah.
Leonard made a really good point there. Megumi's body is permanently altered now. And I was in the exact same mindset that Sukuna's true form being brought forward was sort of the end of Megumi's appearance.
Right. Yeah, no, I can see that.
You can't, like... I just feel like you wouldn't be able to revert it. I don't see how it would revert,
Yeah.
Especially after all of the damage taken to the updated form. I feel like, growing forearms to then just change the whole physiology when it suits the main character doesn't really make sense. And that also further sort of hits home that I don't think Megumi's coming back. I think it'll be a failed attempt.
Right.
Because I just can't see how.
I mean, I don't see how Megumi's gaining the motivation to get off his ass in the first place.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just the amount of damage. I'm not sure. I just feel like we're fighting this in vain.
Yeah.
Fighting the fight in terms of saving Megumi, I think we're doing it in vain, and I think it's going to be a real big moment when Yuji enters the barrier and he realizes that Megumi's not there anymore. And I think that'll be the sort of rage moment.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Finalizes this fight, because honestly, the last time we saw him, it was just such a negative overtone. and all of the shit which has happened since then, I just think that I struggle. I struggle to be, optimistic about the situation.
Is Megumi gonna swap into Yuta's old body? I mean, if Megumi wants to be half a person, then he can do. I see why not. Kill Megumi is pissing me off. He might be dead already, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think my biggest problem, and this is, I don't really look much further than this in terms of how we're gonna achieve, like, where I think we go with it, is just that I can't for the life of me think of a viable theory for how Megumi wakes up and regains motivation other than he doesn't. Like,
yeah,
I think he will. I know this is like a really strange thing to say. I think he will. I have no clue how or any real reason to think that. And that is my problem, is that I don't know how. It's obviously I want him to, but I have no clue where we go from here. Yeah.
I love to see Megumi wake up and sort of push back the mental warfare and, take back control. But honestly, I just don't see it happening in the slightest. And there's not even... I say there's not even any plot points to sort of support that, but after the last chapter, there doesn't even need to be plot points to support a theory. Anything can happen, and it can come out of left field. So, like, realistically, Megumi could, pull out an ancient Heian soul transfer technique, and it would just have to be accepted, because that's JJK.
Yeah.
I honestly just can't see the avenue of us getting Megumi out, either in the form of Yuji or the form of Megumi doing it himself. I'm just not hopeful.
Yeah, that's fair. What was it? I was going to ask something. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. So now I want to talk on a little bit is, let's just table, because there were lots of sort of discussions, and I've come to some realizations about this Yuta Gojo person, and realizing that he actually probably doesn't have copy right now. So let's just table that for a second and assume that he only has, like, Gojo's kit, right? How well do we think Yuta is using Gojo's kit right now? Like, what abilities do we think he has access to? What improvements could, like, he have made? What, like, will he not be able to do, or do at a lower output? Like, I want to know what your opinion is on the Yuta Limitless usage.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to be as... Because the argument of muscle memory is there, in my eyes. He's going to have access to the vast majority of what we've seen Gojo do. Maybe not to the full extent, maybe not the full power. I still think he's going to have access to a hell of a lot of his kit. If not all.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing, I feel like there's definitely some form of power-up. There's definitely going to be some form of attack we haven't seen before. And I think it's going to be some form of slash. It's going to be some form of sword strike, or it's going to be some form of anything along those lines. I don't know what it could be. That's just me spitballing. But with Yuta using the sword a lot in his previous form, I think that although he's switching bodies, I don't think he's necessarily going to switch fighting style. I think he's got new kit, and he's obviously going to use Gojo's muscle memory to use it really well. I also think that we're going to see Gojo used in a slightly different light, and maybe if... Well, we're seeing what Gojo would have been like if he had a different brain.
Yeah.
So I think that's very much going to be reflected in his fighting style. I think we're going to see a lot of swords, and especially if we don't have Copy and Rika, I feel like Yuta's going to lean a hell of a lot more into his sword, because he's not a punch and kick merchant. He can do it, yes. He's good at it, yes. But I still think that being able to sort of combine, I don't know, hollow purple and a sword strike, it's going to look really fucking cool. It's going to be a hype moment, and it fit his character. So that's the angle I'm going at. If he's going to get an upgrade, it's going to be some form of slash or some form of sword strike.
No, I'm a fan. Sword. Like, I think blue, especially, like blue and red, I think are actually, I mean, just, I guess, Limitless as a space manipulating technique. It does work for it to have, like, those sort of applications where you can make a sort of slashing force. It is basically just control of space. Like, you have the, repelling force, and you have the attraction force. It's the same with Gojo and his blue punches. Like, Yuta will... I definitely see him finding a way to use it in a way that acts more like a sword. He also... I feel like it's been really well set up. Yuta is, I don't know, I feel like because of agenda, Yuta is a character that often, I mean, he's not the only one. This happens to every character that there are agendas around. It's just that Yuta is one, particularly because of the last chapter, where like the agendas come to light and there's like a big topic, a big conversation about it. It's sort of overlooked how he has sort of been set up for this moment. Like, you don't have to like the moment. You can think it's a terrible writing decision, like I know Kusakabe does. But there's no denying that Gege has set up for this, in that Yuta, his whole thing with copy being an ability, well, being his curse technique, that he is able to analyze a curse technique used in a fight, copy it, and then use it, like actually learn how to use the technique almost perfectly in the fight. Like we saw him do it with Uro when he gets hit by Sky Control, and he's immediately analyzing, later copies it, and then uses it to literally deflect an entire Granite Blast, and do Thin Icebreaker, which is like an application of the technique. So he's a character that's been set up to have the like, and again during Gojo vs Sukuna, like his analysis was so far ahead of a lot of other people's watching that fight that like I can see him using it to a very similar level that Gojo was able to use it to, and not being too limited by that, because he is like, his whole thing is about taking other people's techniques and then being able to use them on the spot, nearly like how good they're meant to be used, and a lot of times just straight up better as well. So I think it's like, yeah, it's very valid to say it will be on Gojo's level, and then also with him being able to watch that fight just gives him such a good advantage, knowing, like, having the information on Sukuna and Sukuna's technique and abilities that Gojo didn't necessarily have, or at least not in the, you know, Gojo didn't really have time to prep for it other than in the fight when it came to the sort of tricks that Sukuna pulled out, whereas Yuta now knows those tricks. Of course, he's Sukuna, he can pull out more, or he can just, like, knowing about it doesn't mean he can necessarily beat it, but it is just a big advantage.
Yeah. I think as well that a lot of people to sort of overlook the fact that Yuta was trained by Gojo. So although that he was training him to sort of specialize in Yuta's abilities, he's obviously going to pick up little things that Gojo says about his own technique.
Yeah.
Because if I ever explain anything to anyone, I always try and bring up an analogy, because it just makes learning easier. So obviously Gojo's going to be talking about his own experiences with cursed energy. So Yuta may have sort of an understanding of the Six Eyes and Limitless that we've not even seen yet. This could be brought to us in a flashback, and it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I just think that Yuta wouldn't have made this massive decision and included everyone realistically in the decision-making process, aside from Yuji, without having some extra knowledge. He's going to have some form of understanding as to how he's going to finish this fight. He's not just going to go in and think, right, I'm just really fucking strong, I'm in Gojo's body, let's just free ball it. He's going to be going in with a plan, and he's going in with Todo as well, which is also another hugely smart character with one of the leading battle IQs in the series.
Oh yeah.
So,
sure.
You know, you've got the two smartest there, and you've got Yuji with Soul Punch. So, I don't know.
I really want to see more of Yuji's Shrine. It's like, I feel like we're saving that for the final. Because I know, like, I love Yuta, but I hate this fandom sometimes, especially on Twitter. It's just mainly Twitter. The way that I'm like, I love Yuta. And they take it as, so why do you hate Yuji? It's like, that's not how that works. I want Yuta to cook, because I think Yuta is an amazing character. He is my favorite. But he's not going to kill Sukuna here. Like, he's not going to end Jujutsu Kaisen next chapter. That's not what's going to happen. Like, we're charging up for Yuji standing on business again. And I want him to, like, properly use Shrine. Like, I mean, like, throwing dismantles and showing why his technique is slightly different to Sukuna's because of his mindset and the error and stuff. Like, that is what I want to see.
I just can't wait for that double page of the shrine facing the shrine.
Yeah.
And it's coming. I hope everyone knows in chat it's coming. Like, I have full confidence that we're going to see essentially a parallel double page with two fairly identical looking shrines, except for the fact that Yuji's is somewhat more positive looking than, you know, a
I mean-
pagoda with mouths gaping out of it.
I mean, you want to see like some incredible foreshadowing for that moment? Look at the stream. Like, just look at the background on my stream.
Yeah.
That is an image from all the way back in the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen, from the detention center. And it is literally, if you look at the reflection, it is Yuji doing Malevolent Shrine. It's not like just a cheap play, or, you know, it's Yuji, but it's really secret. It's like Yuji's literally there doing the Enmaten hand sign.
Yeah.
And it's all like blue and stuff instead. I'm not saying that's exactly what it will look like, but god damn if that's not a foreshadowing sort of thing. That's a perfect opportunity.
And it's like coming back to what you said, I don't think Yuta's ever going to deal the final blow. I think Yuta's going to do the maximum amount of damage here to level the playing field for then Yuji to then do the final blow. Because right now, I still feel like Yuji in a one-on-one is still getting absolutely clapped by Sukuna. It's just the way it is. So there's still that, you know, picture it like a boss health bar. We've still got that 10% left. And the only person who's going to be able to do 9% is this Yuta Gojo hybrid.
Yeah.
But the only person who can do that last 1% is Yuji.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm viewing it. And like every time, like since we've started this fight, in my head it's like, okay, we've chipped another little bit off. You know, we've removed this mechanic from his kit. We've done this, and now we've been slowly chipping away at this health bar, and we're slowly sort of, the boss music is ramping up, it's getting quicker, and we're in that sort of final phase where it's something needs to happen, and we've got a big hitter there now, the biggest hitter we've ever seen in the series.
I think so, yeah.
It's like, my balls are rumbling. I'm feeling it, you know. It's,
yeah, we're
coming to the end. Like, someone's going to make something big here.
Spidenix says, Yuta stole the spotlight from Yuji. See, this is the thing, right? It's not how that works, okay? If
Can I jump in?
Go for it, Jaff. Fucking take it away.
So, I'm a massive fan of One Piece. A lot of other people are. If Zoro has an incredible moment in an arc, I don't think Luffy should have had that. The same way that if Sanji has a really important moment in that arc, I don't think Zoro should have had it. Every character has their own individual sort of places and parts in the story. Some people are going to pull higher weights. Some people are going to do more for each and every sort of arc or instance in the universe. If someone does 60% of the damage, doesn't mean they're taking the attention away from other characters. It just means they've got more impact at that time. Like, no one's saying, oh, it's taking the attention away from the main character. The main character's there to be the main character, yes. He'll come back eventually. We're getting weekly chapters and they're only 13 to 16 pages each. There's not a great deal of content which can be in there, so the big moments have to focus on the characters that they're doing it.
That's what I'm saying. People want solo leveling. Like, go watch any other of... No, I agree, because that's the exact same analogy I would use. Go watch literally any other shonen anime, or go read any other shonen manga, like Hunter x Hunter. Everyone loves Hunter x Hunter. I've never seen people complain that Killua exists. Everybody loves Killua. Everyone. It's the same with Full Metal. You know, it's the same with Attack on Titan. Without spoilers, because Jaff hasn't seen it, but like...
Yeah.
You finished season 1. You know that Levi's a badass, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, like, I don't see anyone saying, "Oh, Eren should be doing that," not Levi. Like, Eren is a bum for such a long time, and Levi cooks. Like, everyone knows that he steals it, but no one cares because it's sick, and that's how good stories are told. You have a cast of characters with great dynamics, and they all have their moments, and they all have their own stories, and their stories all tie together. What people want is for Yuji to do everything by himself, which is so ironic because, like, Gojo's whole thing, his entire story, and a massive part of Jujutsu Kaisen is about this new generation not being the strongest alone, not having that isolation. If you are a Yuji fan, you should not want Yuji to be standing alone and depressed at the end of the show as the strongest. It shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. And it's like, I think another good example would be like JoJo's. Like, look at part 3. You know exactly who the main character is. You know who the main spotlight is on, but everyone in that crew has their own moments. They have episodes dedicated to their fights, you know? It's like, You have to switch the scope of the story, because otherwise it's just going to feel like you're on a linear track and it's going to be the most boring shit to read ever. It's why I've dropped Solo Leveling. Honestly, I just need more from other characters. I need more in-depth backstories. I need to care more about everyone. And you can't do that just by following the main character and making him have all the big moments. Because then you just don't give a shit about anyone else.
And I can agree that, like, there is a problem in Gege's writing in terms of the pacing that makes it seem like Yuji didn't get as big of a moment as he did. Like, he got those 2 or 3 chapters where he, like, awakens, and then... I know, don't worry, I'm getting onto that. But, like, there's the problem of, like, that moment is huge. The issue is with Gege's pacing, not the actual content. Like, bro awakened Shrine, made Sukuna lose his shit, hit 8 black flashes, or sorry, it was 7 black flashes, and was using cleave and stuff, and then made Sukuna use a domain. Like, this is some crazy stuff, but obviously Gege is jumping from, you know, one big reveal to another. It's like, there are some pacing issues, but that is an issue with the manga, not with Yuji. That happens everywhere. It happened with Todo. Like, Todo deserved way more love than he got. And he got a lot of love in that one chapter alone, but he deserved more. This is not a Yuji thing. This is a general JJK pacing issue, which, again, JJK is not over, and Yuji's not done. Like, so, relax.
Honestly, from a sort of power scaling perspective as well, I'm not talking sort of like building level and shit, but you can't have a main character which is so clearly below the big villain that we're fighting, all of a sudden just have big moments and huge impact. He's got to build to this. He's got to level himself up. And especially with Yuji's character and the constant sacrifice and loss and the themes of him losing everyone constantly. We've seen it ever since sort of before Shibuya, sort of since Junpei. You know, it's this theme of after every sacrifice, after every loss, he seems to just understand a little bit more, and he just gets a little bit more powerful, and he understands the universe a little bit more. Without any of those massive falls, we wouldn't see these peaks that Yuji is going through right now. We're not at the end of the story. Yeah, okay, I'm still of the mindset that we're not going to make it past 350. There's still 89 chapters for the main character to become the main character. We don't know what the merge is going to entail. Yuji could save the universe with one sacrifice. There's no way of us knowing. Yeah. So saying that the main character isn't getting enough of love when the story's not finished, I feel like it's a valid criticism, yes, and I do see where people are coming from, but from an actual writer and like a story writer's perspective, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Compared to others.
I mean, yeah, like, there is, like, no denying as well. The reason people, you gotta think about it like this. Why do you guys love Yuji? I don't love him because he's the main character. Obviously, that helps. But I don't love him because he's the main character. I feel no obligation to like a character simply because they are the main character. I like Yuji because he is a good character. Like, Gege has done well writing a very lovable main character that people care a lot about. So I feel like it's also not fair, for the exact same reasons Jaff said, but also to say that Yuji's not getting enough love when we all love Yuji because he is Yuji. Like, he's a very well-written character that is really, really cool. And I am someone who, it takes a lot to get me to like a main character. Well, not like, but to get me to really care for a main character and have them, like, contending for like, a top 5, top 3 character in their respective anime or manga for me. And Yuji Itadori is one of my favorite main characters in anything. Yeah. Like, it's so good.
And I think it's such a refreshing character as well, compared to sort of how dark the universe is and gloomy the universe is, and sort of see the breath of fresh air of Yuji, especially sort of in the earlier chapters, and then his evolution as a character to becoming, right, okay, I'm sort of the one which needs to do this, and the responsibility that he takes on, and all of the losses, and the memories of the people that he's lost along the way, and sort of the leg ups that they've given him, especially sort of even to the most recent chapter with the Choso flashback. It's a common theme in his character that he reflects on losses and gains power from it. So honestly, like, this isn't it, and I can see another sacrifice coming, a bigger one, and it's definitely Megumi. It's, in my head, the only thing that I can actually say with confidence that I think is definitely going to happen by the end of the story is Yuji is going to interact in whatever way with Sukuna and the whole open shit, see whatever soul is left, and it's just going to be irretrievable is the right word. I don't think we're going to see Megumi die per se, but I think it's going to be a case of it's too far gone, and that'll be the breaking point for Yuji to have that final power up to finally be able to close it out. Whether that be for the merger, whether that be for the end of the Sukuna fight, whether that be at the end of JJK, that is something I'm banking on.
I can't wait to come back to that once we start getting into the Megumi stuff again in JJK, because I have no actual argument, because again, I have no clue what we're doing with this, but I'm very much of the opinion that Megumi is going to be fine and he's going to like come back all strong and fight with Yuji. So I'm very on the opposite side of the fence with that one there. So I'm really looking forward to coming back to it when it's all happened.
Sort of seeing who was right, who was wrong.
Yeah.
Because we are very much, I mean, we're not often on different sides of the fences with a lot of things. I can see arguments for and against, but I'm fairly rock steady with, I think that is going to happen.
No, good. I like it when I have something to disagree about sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, it makes it more interesting. That's why I had so much fun with the last chapter, and I pushed the Yuta agenda so hard, bro, to the point where I had like convinced myself that it was definitely going to happen. It didn't happen the way I thought it was, but no one really thought Yuta was going to be involved at all, and I'm so glad I pushed it because it was so fun to just go back and see all the wrong. Who's it? PB Sweet in chat was like, I remember commenting on it saying, I think he said, let me pull this up. It was little comments like, I pinned the tweet saying like,
the receipts
get your like,
he's getting the receipts.
And then people were saying like, oh yeah, and if it's wrong, you're gonna have to let it go. And then just a week later, sorry, bro, I'm dropping this manga. I'm done. Yeah, I look stupid. This is bullshit on so many levels. It's so good. Like, it's so good. No offense to anyone who was dropping those. Like, I understand why you wouldn't think that's the case, and I was definitely pushing that agenda. But it makes it so fun for people to just like have those conflicting theories. It's such a it's the beauty
of theory crafting, honestly, and it's the beauty of the YouTube community and the Twitter sphere and as a whole. As much as it's an absolute negative 99% of the time, it's like at least these theories to come out, and it's one of those things where you throw enough shit at the wall, some of it will stick. And it's like someone's gonna get the theory right. If it may only have 4 likes at the time, but someone's going to find it when it actually happens 6 months later, and you're going to get a quote retweet with 27,000 likes. That's just what happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's made me so excited for this next chapter. Just because, well, I mean, we're now at the point of, before we had discussing what this was going to be, what this whole Gojo reveal was, and that kind of blew up the internet a bit. And now here we are with, what has like Yuta even got? What can he use? Yeah. How strong is he going to be? How is this going to go? Is it going to be completely Sukuna sided, completely Yuta sided? Is Yuji like? There's so many questions, and I'm so excited to see it. I'm so excited. I think it's also going to be like, I have a feeling it's going to be one of the best like looking fights we probably get, just because now you're like that panel, the double spread of Gojo and Sukuna expanding domains is something I never thought we would ever see outside of fan art. Like a Heian era Sukuna versus Gojo it's very
fan art territory.
Yeah, really, it really is. And what I find so funny is the guy who made the leaks, not the leaks, the guy who makes the fake leaks every week.
Yeah,
right. The week of it was the week of.
It was so close.
Gojo's,
it was so unbelievably close.
It was Gojo's when they just showed his face and everyone was like, is it actually Gojo? And it insinuates it is Gojo, like the ghost of the strongest. That week, he put out a panel of Yuta using Hollow Purple. And that was what, like, made me think. It just kind of jogged my, like, theory crafting, my agenda. And I was like, that is Yuta, bro. And then this would be so crazy if it was, and the next week it was Yuta. And okay, obviously it's not him and his body, sure. Are we gonna see Yuta throw a hollow purple soon? Very possibly. Like, it's so
gonna
sick.
happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, it will happen. But enough about like the boring shit. Let's talk about Hakari and Uraume. When we think that's gonna come back, because we haven't talked about my boy in so fucking long, and the Yuta agenda has really been pushing these past couple of weeks. So I feel like we do, even if it's just 5 minutes, we do just need to sort of open up the floor to the chat and sort of see what everyone else is thinking about our delinquent gambling friend. Because I'd like to see where sort of everyone else is thinking about and where it's gonna go. Because I have such a massive bias. There is no way in hell that I just think that this is the end of what we see of Hakari. We don't want to see them. Boo, boo. Oh, guys, expected better.
Wait,
I really did expect better.
I'm gonna try something here. This is.
Oh, don't poll it because you will shatter. You will.
Oh, do you know what? I wasn't even thinking of a poll, but I'm definitely doing that now.
Fuck.
Is Hakari?
Honestly, though, from an unbiased perspective, I can very much see Hakari being frozen up and that infinite cursed energy being seeped out of him to assist the merger. The merger. So I can genuinely see something along those lines happening, especially with the nature of ice powers. I just feel like seeing Hakari as an ice cube with all of his cursed energy sort of being bowed out of him or whatever. I think that could be a very easy way in which Sukuna gets back to full HP. So I don't know. He's too busy raising up Ice Fem. He's not raising Sukuna. Oh, come on, chat. I'd love to see that in the poll.
Okay,
Hakari supremacy. Come on.
I got a little bit bored of my my background just sitting there, so I put my Hakari video on and muted it just for some like background visuals.
So background visuals, yeah.
I forgot that I do the whole Sukuna shaking profile picture thing when I speak, so it just looks, it's like, it kind of looks clean, just showing different panels, showing different clips. It's a nice thing to have in the background, and then you occasionally just have my little profile picture wobbling around.
Yeah. Vibrating in the middle of the screen.
The amount of questions, it's surprising the amount of questions I get in my comments. It's just like, how do you make it shake? It's just like the most basic thing to learn how to do is just like make an image shake. That poll is way closer than I thought it was going to be. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that outcome.
Really
it's good.
close.
It's good to see like both sides of, both sides of the argument being fairly represented.
Yeah, I mean, you've got like Hakari has a huge amount of fans. Like people love Hakari. I love Hakari, guys. Believe it or not, I really do. I just wish he was better. He needed more love. I hope he gets a lot of love. I hope it fits well with what we're doing. So yeah, a full like Uraume Hakari chapter would be so nice. Now that there's no like massive cliffhanger. Like if we put it in as last week's chapter, I would have been a little bit upset, but
I think this is the right time to sort of take away from the action of the main fight and see a little bit of what else is going on, because surely there's going to be some impact of Hakari, or at least Uraume, soon.
Yeah.
Because if not, why was Uraume sort of around for this long? And I know she's done a lot, and it's just I don't know, man. I just think that it's been on the shelf for too long now for it not to come back with massive implications.
Yeah. No, I see that. I also think as much as I love Hakari, Uraume is also a really cool character, being one of the few Heian era sorcerers that we actually get to see. I'd really love to see more of Uraume. I think the whole like Heian era vibe is such wasted potential because we haven't seen fuck all of the Heian era. But God, I love the idea of just having that age of the golden age of Jujutsu where special grade sorcerers are running around like it's no one's business. It's so good. Like
I can't wait until after Sukuna's dead and his blue skies and the sun is shining and you just cut the Hakari with his arm around both Uraume and Uraume, to collecting all of the femboys of JJK.
the collection.
The guy is collecting everyone like Pokemon cards, and you've just got to respect it.
Oh dear.
Don't give a fuck about the Heian era. Wow.
Like
that is a very minority take, because
yeah, there's no.
There is probably nothing more I want to look aside from other areas of the world's Jujutsu, especially Africa.
Miguel's backstory is something I'm very interested in, but the Heian era is like my main point of world building that I think is missing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing that we're missing, is a flashback to that. Even if it's just for a couple of chapters. I'm going to go back to One Piece again. It's like Oda does flashbacks really, really well, especially when given context of, future shit or what's happening right now. I think a Heian era flashback, if we do get another Sukuna ass pull, is absolutely justified. Because I think that the ass pulls are starting to get a little stale. And for him to sort of pull something out, especially if it's to do with the merger, I think it would justify, sort of a contextual flashback, even if it's not fighting, where we can introduce more Heian era stuff.
My thing is with the whole Arspool thing, right, is I don't think any of the actual things that Sukuna have done have been well, okay, I mean, I guess I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this.
The way I look at it is I call them ass pulls because at the time they felt like ass pulls.
Yeah.
Through the future context is obviously justified and it turns them not into ass pulls, but you've got to review it as the time of reading.
But that's my problem, is with future context, I wish they didn't look like ass pulls because of past context. Like, there needs to be more build-up, more foreshadowing to all of these kind of things that make you go, that makes so much sense, rather than what the fuck is that, and then 2 chapters later being like, oh, so that's how we did it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there needs to be more of a balance between like previous past information. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why they look arse-pully. That's my problem with it.
Yeah, it's the past and the future context. That's what ruins it for me. It should be coming issues before, and in my eyes, it should be coming 30 chapters before. So it's not even fresh in your mind. It's one of those things you call back on and you go, oh shit, actually, that happened back then. This is similar to what's happening now, rather than what the fuck just happened and then having to wait 3 weeks for him to go,
have I missed
right, that makes sense.
Did I miss it? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm worried. I think I've missed a bloody super chat. I apologize, Tiberius. Thank you very much for the $5. He says, Yuji never talked to Megumi in 251. He's looking at the ground. Yuji didn't say anything. He got slashed. Oh, that's actually a really good point.
Yeah. Did you not realize?
No,
it was more of like, the way I viewed it was, these sort of like apparitions that we just see where, and it's sort of like when you're a ghost, you can see people around or what they're doing or what they're saying, but they can't see or hear you. Yeah. I think that's what we were seeing. Yuji peering into the soul, sort of as an observer, but not being able to interact with the world he's looking at. That's the way that I looked at it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. I hadn't really thought about it like that.
Because I felt that even more so of a pessimistic view because of that. Because I feel like if Yuji couldn't talk to him, if Yuji could talk to him, I feel like it would be such an easy thing, one easier way to get him back if Yuji could communicate and what have you. The fact that he couldn't at that time or didn't, it's not a fact that he couldn't. We just, we didn't see him do it, so I just assume that he can't. Because if he could, why wouldn't he?
Okay,
I just think that even if he's there, it would still require Megumi to make that push himself, and without having his incredibly supportive, light-hearted, silly best mate there to help him push through it from a mental perspective, I just don't think that he's got the fortitude. Because we saw him however many chapters ago, at the end of his rope, literally, and we've had all of this shit happen, and now I'm just thinking, there's no way to pull him out of it with words. So unless obviously Soul Strike or whatever happens, I just think it's, what Tiberius was saying, it was just, that.
Yeah. The panels are truly flashbanging me. I'm not sure this was a great idea. I was just getting bored. Of
I was
the
about
background.
to say your camera to keep going in and out of focus as well because you like to keep flashing in your face.
Let's go back to. Oh, what am I doing? Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, to be fair, I hadn't really thought about. I don't really think about the Megumi Yuji thing too much. That again, it's the kind of thing where I'm much more on board with like just seeing where that goes as opposed to theory crafting about it.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, for the chat related stuff, it's a YouTube error right now. Because mine, I keep getting signed out on my end. So
chat related stuff.
Yeah, it's just going really slow and people are having problems.
I mean, if it's a YouTube issue, then
yeah,
suck it up, guys. That's not my problem.
Suck it up, gang.
That is not something for me to worry about right now. Fix and read your chat. Yeah, I probably do need to read the chat, but Kusakabe, bro, start a YouTube channel. And then come complain about how hard it is to balance everything. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. We don't need to see any L takes from you, Kusakabe. I do enough of that for the both of us.
How many binding vows you'll see? A lot.
Oh, I love Todo so much more than I did, which I didn't even know was possible. Simply because, like, he fixed my main issue that I had with the binding vowels, that it was only Sukuna using binding vowels. He came in and was just like, yeah, I used a binding vowel to, like, make my technique OP as hell. And I'm so grateful that he's joined the gang of Yuta, Hakari, and, well, now Todo, of the three main protagonists to use an actual impactful binding vow. And I love it from him. It's incredible.
Yeah.
A binding vow to never use binding vows again would go crazy from Sukuna. That is like the only binding vow I don't see him ever making. My guy loves a binding vow. Fuck the viewers. I did say that, yeah.
Get it in the quotes channel. Get it in the quotes channel.
I look at Chozo's death as a binding vow, a barrier to save a life at the cost of his life. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, yeah. Because Sukuna's flames are strong. So the fact that he managed to make a barrier of blood that like completely protected Yuji from it is... I can see it needing one of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a YouTube channel after exams to carry your burden of being the worst JJK YouTuber. Go for it, mate.
Carry on.
I will do nothing but support you, bro. No, but Todo actually deserves getting... Yeah, Todo is...
I will always be a Todo Glazer, like 100%, 100 times out of 100. He's just got that vibe. I don't know why it's that sort of... I don't know if you've seen Seven Deadly Sins, but he's got that sort of Eskimo vibe about him, and I just really like that trope. And Todo to fit that perfectly. I think the humor's great. I think the way that he interact with characters is great. He had a sick ability, which is only even better now. So it's like... There's just not a lot to not like about Todo. I just wish we had more of him.
Yeah.
Can we clarify a Todo like standalone novel would hit unbelievably hard?
Okay. See, it's so good that you say that because I can't remember. I think it might have actually been Kusakabe that I was talking about this with, but in terms of spin-offs, I can think of some incredible ones where it's Todo and Yuki, with them being like master and apprentice kind of like Todo's training and stuff, and also it means we can see more Yuki because I love Yuki. That is like I would watch that. Kusakabe and like I don't know, Miwa, Nanami and Ino. Oh my god, I would kill for a spin-off of Nanami and Ino.
There's so many ways you could do it, and honestly, the way that I would do the Todo novel would be having him go to a meetup. I can't remember her name. Of the idol that he'd obsess over.
Takada.
And yeah, and having sort of like a solo novel where initially he'd go to see his like idol, and then it turns out that he has to save her from some form of curse or whatever it may be, and because he's the only one there, it's literally him on his own. I think that'd be such a sick little spin-off.
I love
And
it.
it hits so well with his character, and it just makes so much more sense.
Do you know what I have started reading though? I don't know if you've checked them out. The JJK light novels are surprisingly good. Actually,
I haven't.
Like
No.
I've read one of them, and it's literally just like it's a pretty short one compared to the rest, but it's just like Gojo, Shoko, and Ijichi, and they're considered canon by Gege.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it was like soft canon, but they are like considered canon, and they just go to a restaurant, and it's the restaurant. So not a lot of people realize this, and I'll talk about it in a second. But they go to like a restaurant or a cafe, and they just sit and like have a few drinks and talk about stuff, and then like obviously Shoko gets a little bit fucked. It's just really nice, and then Gojo talks about like himself a bit, and that's where we learn about the vengeful spirits a bit more. And there's like Gojo talks about other Six Eyes Limitless users and who he thinks was the strongest Six Eyes Limitless user, and that's when he says something along the lines of, the only one who would cause me any trouble is Sugawara Michizane. And that is like some huge information about Sugawara Michizane, confirming that he was a Six Eyes Limitless user, which is considered canon by Gege. So it's like, I that's the only one that I've read in its entirety, but there are some really good ones out there with our main trio, with Nanami. I think the translations are a little bit hard to find, but I do have a link for it. And yeah, I'm gonna read the rest of them because that was really good, and the fact that they're canon just adds so much more to it for me.
Yeah, the way I look at it as well is I love the universe already. Any more content out there, whether it be in novel form, whether it be in manga form, whether it be in anime, whether it just be merchandise, I'm always going to consume as much as I can because it's a great series,
Yeah.
And it's like I think especially if Gege's not at the helm necessarily, I think we'll see a lot more world building and character interactions and just general shit that we don't miss with the main series.
Yeah.
Like the pacing of it, being able to slow it down and sort of tell individual stories. I feel like the JJK universe is incredibly rich in things that you can do.
Oh, for sure.
And characters that you can explore because everyone has an interesting backstory. I would say no one in the verse is a square. Yeah. Like, even down to the most boring characters, no one's really a square. So there's always shit that you can do. There's always things you can talk about. There's always areas you can explore. And in a book format as well, you can just talk so much more, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's such a shame that we don't get more of that in the actual manga. Like, even that... I know some people really don't like it, but I was talking to Kaio about it on a stream we did a while ago, and it's like just occasionally slowing things down with a little bit of like slice of life stuff really does so much for characters. It's unbelievable. I know a lot of people don't like it. I really do when it's done well. When it's paced well,
I love the
and
baseball.
put it at the right time. Yeah, the baseball is one of my favorite things of season 1, which when I watched it with Sam, he hated it. He hated the whole like exchange event arc until it got to like Gojo blowing shit up and Todo clapping. Yeah. And I couldn't I literally could not disagree more because it's just seeing all the characters have their interactions and then the aftermath with just that baseball game. And even when we get back in season 2 after Hidden Inventory and you've got like what is it, Yuji and his the girl who had a crush on him in school, like simple things like that. I love it. It does so much for how much I like these characters.
Yeah, it just sort of shows you a little bit more into their character and sort of how they treat everyone else around them, and you sort of get a better understanding of who these people are, albeit fictional. We've got to remember we're talking about fictional people, yeah? But you do get an understanding of their feelings, their motives, how they do interact with the world around them, how they feel about where they are, how they feel about their life goals, what sort of outlook they have on the society as a whole. It may seem incredibly boring to people who just want to read about action, but I want to read a story. I just don't want to read 260 chapters of people fighting. If I wanted to do that, I could go and read Dragon Ball. I want storylines. I want twists. I want endings which I wasn't expecting. I want characters to die unexpectedly. And without that character building and the world progression, those deaths mean absolutely jack shit.
The fact that you got halfway, well, just under halfway through Attack on Titan and wasn't feeling it is unreal to me. Is unbelievable. I can't change it, but it's just shocks me to my core, bro. Because
I'm enjoying it now. I'm enjoying it. I just needed it. I needed to give it time to mellow. Maybe my brain just needed to mature past its already ancient age. So it's like, you know, now I'm sort of enjoying it. I burnt through season 1. Me and the girlfriend watched it, and we really enjoyed it. And it's like I haven't started season 2 quite yet because I'm gonna wait for her. But it's like I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to watching the next sort of episode and finding out what happens. And I know that I'm hooked because I'm having to stop myself from reading it online. Yeah. And if I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't be wanting to read it.
That's so really good to hear.
It's already better from the previous 6 attempts I've tried watching it.
Yeah, it's incredible. Speaking of as well, in terms of world building, I was hoping we could have a little One Piece talk at some point as well. Towards
I would love that.
I know most people in the stream are very into One Piece. A lot of you are caught up. We will be talking One Piece at some point. So
could get a little stream going.
If you're not,
honestly.
I mean, we can talk about it now. I was going to talk about Marineford and my experience with that.
Oh, okay. Have you finished it?
I'm like now, I want to say 40% of the way through Fishman Island.
Okay.
So
yeah, okay.
I've done the entirety of Marineford. I've done the time skip, which was awesome.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So we can actually talk about some shit. We want to preface in chat: if you have not read up or watched up the Fishman Island, you may want to sort of pull away for the next 5 to 10 minutes, because I know people are here for JJK, so One Piece spoilers probably are not on your mind, but we will be talking about it.
Yep.
So, yeah, what are your thoughts then? Where are you at? Who's your favorite?
Oh, okay. So, currently, this arc, I know I've spoken about it on Twitter a little bit. The Fishman Island arc is not doing good things for Sanji. However, Sanji is most definitely, in general, I think probably in my top 3, with Luffy being at number 1 currently. He's been at number 1 since episode 1. That has not changed one bit.
Yeah.
A character I love more than I should, probably. And I'm not should because, like, they're bad, but because I haven't actually seen that much of him yet, is Trafalgar D. Law. Is it D. Law?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It is.
Well, Trafalgar Law is a character that I knew about going into this. I think he looks so cool. I love his devil fruit, even though I have absolutely no idea what the hell, how that works. Like, it's never been explained. I just see him expand the domain and then swap shit around.
I'm not gonna lie, it has been explained at this point.
Right.
So essentially, the blue circle is what's called his operating room.
Okay.
So if anyone is within that radius, it was in Sabaody. It got explained, but it was a very throwaway comment.
Okay.
Basically,
oh wait, no, I do. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
So his blue room. So when you just say room, is an operating room, and he can slash and dismember body parts without cutting people.
Yeah, they stay alive, right? The head was like alive.
Yeah. So you can essentially he's got cleave within a domain, and anything that he detaches, he can switch with other people.
Right. Yeah,
but there's
really
a lot.
Cool.
I'm being really careful with what I talk about because a lot also hasn't been revealed.
Okay. Fair.
He's one of those ones with a power which constantly gets sort of tweaked and changed, and new things happen, and it's very good. It's very good.
He's really cool, and I'm slightly biased because in both sub and dub, he's voiced by Levi's voice actor, and as everyone in chat knows, Levi Ackerman is my favorite anime character ever. He's also just one of my favorite fictional characters ever. So that did a lot. It just made me pay more attention to him than I did with like some other characters, you know. So I noticed how cool he is, and I really like him. I see myself.
My favorite because my girlfriend says I look like him. So it's like instantly it sort of clicked, and it was on one day, and she just said, Jesus Christ, you sort of look like him if you wear a hat. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it's sort of the comment is lodged in my brain. And it's now whenever I see Law, it's like, oh my God, I'm on screen.
I see it. No, I see it.
Yeah, no, I have to sort of give respect to my brother.
Yeah, no, he's sick. But in terms of the main crew, like, I think Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy are. I know that is probably so, like, basic.
Meta.
Yeah. But another one, I think Chopper and Frankie are two that I really love. Like, Frankie especially, I don't know what it is. I really, really like him. Is also because I've noticed... I noticed this. I've loved him for ages. And I love his voice. And I never knew why I loved his voice so much until yesterday when I had that moment. I kind of clicked and I was like, he's voiced by this guy. Yeah. Who voices another character I love from Attack on Titan. And I was like, maybe that's why I like him so much. I don't know. But since the first time he was introduced, I love Frankie. He's so cool.
So the thing with Frankie is his dub and sub sound incredibly different.
Right.
So his sub voice actor, his name escapes me, is incredibly iconic. You can it's one of those voices that you can hear a mile away. And because I've only watched One Piece in sub, it's difficult for me to comment on the dub. But honestly, if you get like just chance, just listen to the difference. Not even a full episode, just sort of listen to the difference because it is dramatic. But yeah, Frankie and Chopper are in my top 5. Like, Sanji's not in there for me, but
that's understandable. I think from what I've seen of the fandom, it's very split on Sanji. Like,
it's not that I don't like him. He's number 6 on my list. He's better than the rest. It's just I prefer the others more. Like, I just love the way that Frankie to interact with everyone and the fact that he's very, very unserious all the time.
Honestly, it's just like, it's Sanji's insane. And until a female comes on screen, Sanji's aura is incredible. He's the kicks just like are such a cool little gimmick that they gave this character that I love. Like, Blackfoot Sanji is such a cool thing. I don't know.
And it does sort of ramp up in that regard as well. So
yeah.
I like, especially in the later sort of Wano and Egghead, obviously you're not gonna know, but Sanji really grew on me again. Because early One Piece, pre-time skip, Sanji was like top 3.
Right.
And
yeah,
very, very comfortably in top 3. And then after time skip, it's just, there's arcs I like him in, but the arcs I don't like him in very much outnumber the arcs I do. And it's just a bit of a shame because it is just a bit of a killing of a character. But you get introduced to someone else fairly soon. And I think he's probably my number 3. And Chaz, no.
Is it a Straw Hat or?
Yeah.
But Jinbei is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jinbei is like. I obviously that's one of the spoilers.
I didn't want to say he was a Straw Hat.
I knew that Jinbei was a Straw Hat from like before I even started One Piece. I knew that already. Yeah, no, Jinbei is really cool. I want to see more of him. I'm enjoying the story sides. I want to see him like fuck shit up as well.
Oh, you will see. You will see Fishman Karate in full swing, and it's almost another power system.
Okay.
So it's like it's his own thing. It's his own fighting style, and essentially he's got water bending.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen him do some watery stuff. I've seen a few Fishman characters do watery stuff now, I think. So obviously Fishman Karate is used by Fishman, but certain ones are much stronger and have access to their sort of own unique moves, and you see a lot of mad shit. But I'm glad you've been burning through it at the pace you have. I'm really enjoying it. Like the time skip was really cool. I got what you were saying about everyone was sent to their own sort of like
nice.
It's great. The
what
reunion.
Did you think? Oh, actually, what did you think about the Zoro Mihawk? Because we were talking about this.
Yes.
Actually in person. So
I was not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. Very cool. Very, very cool. I love Mihawk. He is so sick. I really desperately just want to see him like outright fight someone like that he
Yeah.
considers a challenge, which I know I understand that the main, you know, like we were talking about in person, the main thing that Oda's going to want to focus on there is like Mihawk versus Zoro is going to be a huge thing probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love One Piece for that. Just so many characters. Like I want to see so much more of Doflamingo and who else was I really? The admirals are sick. Yeah, the admirals. I think Garp. Some more active people like Crocodile and Doflamingo of the Warlords really intrigue me. Bartholomew Kuma is like, and the Pacifistas are something I'm really interested in. This Dr. Vegapunk guy that I keep hearing about I'm really interested in that.
You've got a long way to go, bro. You've got a long way to go before that happens. I hate to break it to you.
That's what I mean.
It's a long way away.
But that's what I love is like there are so many things that I know are going to get like resolved at some point, and it's so good. Like
it's like the opposite of JJK, isn't it? It's literally like something cool to get brought up, and then you know it's going to get revisited at some point. It's like JJK, something cool to get brought up, and you're like, oh, will we ever see this again, or is this just another throwaway panel?
It's weird you say that because I only have, and it's not even really a criticism because I think Marineford is like perfect as it is. I know people even complain about like, because I'm watching One Piece, not reading it mainly, right? And a lot of people complain about the pacing of Marineford. I really didn't have a problem. Maybe just because like I was just that into it. I don't know. But
my only problem with the pacing of Marineford wasn't the amount of episodes; it was the amount of replayed content. So I felt like at the end of every episode, you'd start the next one, and then it'd be 6-7 minutes of the same shit you've just watched. So you literally have to manually scroll through it. You need to go past all the previews. That's the one thing I hate, and that's the one thing which I was like so happy with in Wano that they fixed. That as soon as the intro's over, there's no recap, there's no bullshit. It's just the title screen, the title slide, the black screen. You're straight into it. Maybe 30 seconds of what's just happened if something big has happened. Where it's like these huge 4-5 minute recaps of essentially what happened in the previous 6 episodes are just so boring. And it just sort of breaks up my viewing because I feel like you're only watching each episode for like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just what I'm looking forward to the actual One Piece when it'll get released. It's just seeing all of the fixes they do.
Yeah.
To, you know.
I mean,
yeah.
I think I agree with that. I had no problem in terms of the actual like content that happened. I had no problem with the pacing. My only actual like wish for it is that it actually dedicated more time to other things that were going on. So I understand this is primarily like Luffy and Ace's like story is what this is, and Whitebeard as well. So that's why I think it's fine. It's like it's very, very good. But man, I was itching to see just like when Crocodile jumps in front of Mihawk. Like I was sitting there thinking, you can take your time. It's okay. You can give me an episode or even half an episode of like Crocodile versus Mihawk for a bit. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Or like I'd happily watch Doflamingo like, I don't know, fuck up I can't remember who was fighting. Have Doflamingo try and fight the Oz Jr. because they had a little interaction a bit. Like,
yeah,
I'd love to see just a bit more of that kind of stuff from those characters because I find them all so cool.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna spoil you. I'm not gonna give you any extra things, but there's a reason those characters didn't fight.
Okay. I thought that would be why.
There's a very, very good reason, and it does get explained.
No, that's good. I was thinking it was like the main reason I thought that would be the case is that these characters would be important later on and they'd get their sort of like moments.
Yeah.
So that's fine because as long as it happens, it's a blessing knowing about how long One Piece is because I now have faith that everything's getting covered that I want to be covered, you know. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think since Sabaody started, that was like a turning point for me where it went from this is really good to like damn I see the vision now. Like I understand. I think Sabaody, the introduction of Lauren Kidd, what's his name, Raleigh Silver, Rayleigh Silver, is that his name, the first mate of Goldie Roger. Chat, did I get that right? I want to see Allons-Y in One Piece. Oh, it's our boy Porb. Jaff, you here, mate? Jaff has gone radio silent. But anyway, I'm going to continue to glaze One Piece, because why not? You think Water 7 Eni's Lobby over Marineford? See, Eni's Lobby was really good. I really, really enjoyed Eni's Lobby, but I much preferred Sabaody onwards to anything I had seen before that. So I know a lot of people really like Arlong Park. They really like Water 7 and Eni's Lobby. I'm not muted. I'm fine. Can you hear me? Hello? Right, someone in chat right now tell me if I'm muted. There is no way I've sat here waffling about One Piece and no one can hear me. Oh, you can't hear Jaff? Yeah, I don't think Jaff is here. I think he's doing something. I can't hear him either, and he's not muted. So I don't know what's going on there. But it's alright, I'm sure we'll be back. Okay, you can't hear me. Good, nice. Yeah, so like Eni's Lobby, Water 7 were really good, but Marineford and Impel Down, I think, were just, and Sabaody, a little bit of a step up. I feel like Fishman Island has been a step down from, obviously it would be hard to carry on the hype, but I don't dislike it by any means. I feel like it is actually going quite slowly though. I love the whole idea of Fishman Island, but I'm not particularly invested in what's going on. I got a little DM from Jaff. Wi-Fi's shat itself. Okay. No worries. We will continue to glaze One Piece while he's gone. Can we get a little RIP Jaff's internet in chat, please, guys? I'd appreciate that. Oh no, it's Lanky. See, guys. I actually know this lanky person. IRL. And he's a bit delusional, I'm not gonna lie. I made him do an anime tier list once, and it was the most backwards thing I've ever seen. But yeah, Fishman Island it's just sort of been alright. The animation and everything it looks so much better now, so that's helping a lot. What do I think of Shoko and Kusakabe? Oh, they're so cute, man. I love that little interaction between them. I never knew I needed that until that moment. Ryan and Pob, why are you just having a little your own little conversation? Go into Discord or some shit. Get a room, guys. Fucking hell. Mei Mei is pathetic. Do you know what? Why don't we play a game while we wait for Jaffers to come back? Bum, 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 see. One sec, lads. Will this have spoilers? Huh. What is this? Okay, screw that. It's not working. Whatever. Minesweeper. I did say Kahoot, didn't I? I didn't make one though. I said let me make one for you guys to do. And let me see. I'll have a look if there's a I'll have a look if there's just casually a JJK one chilling. What is there? Sure. You can't see my screen, right? Oh, I've been flashbanged again. That's beautiful. What? Green has already been taken. Get over yourself. Currently in a domain clash with my router, bro. I wish you the best of luck, mate. Right, I'm investigating Kahoot, guys. Relax. Abundancy, why? Bro, go away. What is this bullshit? Ah, nah, I can't be bothered. I actually can't be bothered. No, it's not. No, it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Right. Jaff, use hollow wicker basket? Bro. Right, right. I'll look one more time. That's not JJK, that's ultimate anime bullshit. What the fuck? What the hell, man? What is this? Jujutsu Kaisen. Surely there's something. 25, wait, 30 questions. Okay, let's see. Brother, that's so easy. That's in Spanish. What are these dumbass questions, man? What? Yeah, guys, unless any of you speak Spanish, there's not gonna work. Fuck the viewers again, not beating the allegations. Yeah, whatever, man. Bro, let me do a tier list. Go do a tier list. I'm not stopping you. I'm gonna send Sanjaya to domain clash you. Nah, I'd lose, bro. What? Gege in a domain clash with a editor over whether Yuta gets off screen. Gege loves Yuta. No, I can't imagine the editor hates Yuta. Like, the editor just sort of exists. Now I need to show everyone I'm capable of cooking. Go cook! Cook! Make your find a tier list, do it, send it to me on Twitter DMs, and I'll pull it up. Or at least, well, you can do it in your spare time, and then I'll pull it up for the next stream. You can put it in the Discord as well. There's a tier list section in the Discord, I'm pretty sure. Right. Oh dear. Streaming for an hour and a half, to be fair. Don't worry, guys. I'll make something work. Bro doesn't know his own Discord. I mean, you're right. Like, why would I know my own Discord? That's why I've got JID. That's literally why JID exists. Oh, okay. This could be fun. All right, nice. I've got a thing. A thing to do. Let's do it. Oh shit, wait, I'm on a timer. Surely not, no. Right. Can I, let me turn this off and make my face a little smaller so you can actually see the... Oh. Am I blind? What the hell? Okay, whatever. We're just gonna put it like that. Right, this is which panel is coolest? Let me actually pull up my own. Let me see. Right, yeah, what were we saying? I'm not gonna lie, this looks a lot stranger. I normally watch the anime for this kind of stuff. Do polls? That would take forever. I'll do polls for like the final bit. Yeah, this is Maki for sure. Yuji Chozo does not clap. No, Maki dominated that. Okay, I mean, guys, like Yuji Black Flash. Yeah, Yuji Black Flash, bro. Oh. We're all back to the bathroom. And a little bit of Gojo. Gojo and his flashbacks. What is he doing? What is Yuji doing? What is this stance? I don't know, these two are both kind of mid. But that's a cool thing to say, so I'm gonna go with this. What the hell? I ain't never seen Maki do this. I mean, it's obviously this one, right? It's obviously red. Yeah. Yeah, Hakari, you win. Sorry, you're too cool. Ah, fuck Kashimo, don't care. Yeah, get out of here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, it's still this one. You look at him. My heart and soul tell me otherwise. Funeral for the living. Nah, bro. Nah. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, no, that. I love this panel. This moment with these two is so good. Oh. I think it's gotta be Fuga. This is really tragic. I don't know if you guys like watch the anime of this. It's really sad, but I'm gonna choose Gojo because like Gojo in it. Oh, little double Mahito. Yeah, no, I think Instant Spirit Body is. What is even happening here? Okay, Sukuna vs Maharaga. I am bro. What? Oh. Oh. Yeah, no. Okay. I love that clash between Ryu and Yuta. That's just so cold. These are great. It's got to be Todo though. Yeah, of course I picked Yuta because it's Yuta. Like what? Get out of here. Bro's tweaking. He's tweaking there as well. I mean, that's just like for Sukuna, I'm gonna choose this. We are schizophrenic. Chat, do not dislike the stream. Ignore Kusakabe. Like the stream. Only like the stream. Yeah, okay. Oh. Yeah, no, we're still going with the laughing. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. No one should disagree with that one, I hope. I'm gonna try blitz through these ones. Chimera Shadow Garden, way cooler. A Black Hole or Coffin of the Iron Mountain. Oh. I'm slightly biased because I love Yuki, so I'm gonna go Black Hole. Boy. What's even happening here? Oh, that was after red, right? Nah. Megana. Too cold. Yeah, I mean, that's just not even a question. Yeah, Sukuna. You're pretty cool. Why not? That's sick. I mean, he just looks like a badass here. Boy. Oh, come on. I'm not going to choose that just because it's sad. But yeah, Maki and Yuji versus Megana is... It's up there. Hollow purple, without a doubt. The 200% purple is crazy. Oh. Okay. This, I'm going to need some help with this one, guys. Yeah, I know, but we gotta commit to it, you know, Tiberius. We're gonna make sure we do it properly. Right? I'm leaning towards the right. Yeah, it's Yuji. Okay, that's fair. Joe, oh yeah, Unlimited Void, bro. What? Just the little paw prints. Am I stupid? Probably the Sukuna one. Black Flash, always a Black Flash. Black Flash just takes it. Yep, Gojo, you're him. Squeeze that broccoli, Black Flash. Yeah, oh. Yeah, no, it's still Sukuna, sorry. Well, that's just not fair. They're just both awesome Nanami stuff, but yeah, it's gotta be this one. Nanami's so good. I fucking love him. Yeah, that's easy. That's not even close. Oh, you're gonna suck off Yuta. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. I like Yuta. Leave me alone. Bro, you're not cooking? Go away. Toji versus Dargon, or... Oh, I love this panel. Hell yeah. Higuruma looks so cold. Yeah, I don't care enough, Mahito, sorry. You're not him. Hollow purple or frost calm? It's gotta be purple, like what? I prefer this one. Okay, yeah, no, that's easy. Todo clapping? Or, yeah, no, Todo. Oh, that's so easy. That's so easy. Again, and oh, this, yeah. I do like freaky ass Yuta. Do leave me alone. Red. Gojo getting stabbed in the neck, or Hakari doing Hakari. Oh, it's probably Hakari. This one. Yeah, I don't care, Sukuna. I'm choosing this one. I love Takaba, and I love Kenjaku. I prefer Kenjaku to Sukuna anyway. Oh. As a panel, this one's cooler, but I'd prefer this overall. I mean, like what? Again. too easy, man. This is too easy. It's too easy. Oh, yeah, nice. Gojo's just... see what's going on with the chat real quick. Room profusion is too good, but I'm a fraud. Don't remember asking you. Black Flash. Hell yes. Yow. Why is it just called Yow? Yeah, I mean, so you're gonna shitting on Mahito is never not gonna be funny. An acclamation of the soul, or Gojo shredding up 1,000 transfigured humans. As a panel, this one is cooler. Bro, Jaff's internet really has just, like, completely shat itself. This is really cool. But I think... do you know what? Of all the panels to have in this fight, this one isn't necessarily the best, so I'm gonna choose. Oh, guys. Guys. I'm gonna let you guys decide on this one. No, I'd click left. Left. Shut up. Deadly sentencing's pretty cool. Oh, bro, what? Yeah, I don't care. It's just Gojo vs Sukuna is just peak. Oh no, Itadori's liver. Whatever shall I do? Haha. That's not a cold panel, bro. What? This is a cold panel. That's just a tragic panel. Black Flash? Black Flash. Yeah, Yuta wins. We are the exception. Yuta. I don't care. I don't care. Cry about it. No, I'd win. Iconic. Can't not choose that one. Ooh, yeah, it's close, honestly, but I think there are better panels to use for this fight than this one, and I'm gonna choose Gojo. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'm kind of choosing these just to watch some of you complain about it, but actually I'm not. I would have chosen that one anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nabara's too cool. Sorry. I'm you for sure. Bro would let Rika eat him just so he can be with Yuta for 5 minutes. Hey, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm not getting eaten by any freaky ass curse. Hell no. UG Black Flash. I actually think him punching Yuji is cooler. Yeah, I mean, that's easy. Infinite Void. Also Infinite Void. Yeah. Check Discord. The fact you're more loyal than Rika is to Yuta is crazy. I mean, I have a video coming out tomorrow or the day after called Why Special Grades Are Failures, and Yuta features massively in that video. So save your comments about the Yuta glaze for a little bit. Even though I do find a way to glaze Yuta in that video, most of it is criticism. Actually, okay, no, I lied. It's not, really. Yeah, Maharaga and the Wolves, bro. Hakari. I'm getting tired, man. Yeah, we'll go Sukuna laughing. Easy. Easy. That's a cold panel. I know some people are gonna hate that. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. I mean, I've got to choose the Black Flash, but that wasn't fair. Gojo Sukuna. Can't believe there's no bathtub sorcerer. I love the bathtub sorcerer, man. Easy. I prefer this. Yuji walking. Hollow purple. Yeah, 0.2 domain expansion. I don't care for Sukuna. He's weird. Black hole. Boy. You're online? Lovely. Love to see it. You're so right. It's iconic. This one. Fuck. Guys. What do I do now? And now what? I think it's the right. Is this the right? I'm not good at my left and right. I'm pretty sure it's the right. Yeah, I agree. Malevolent Void. Ha ha ha, Yuta. My goat. And Ryu, my goat as well. I love Ryu. And Uro. Ooh. I think it's the Black Flash, right? What do we think, chat? Oh. It's gotta be Black Flash, surely. Surely. Nah, Spidenix, I stand by the fact that the Gojo Black Flash panel is my favorite Gojo panel in the whole manga. Like the original Black Flash one. I'm gonna choose Black Flash. And I'm gonna choose IMU because obviously. Gojo, because obviously. I'm choosing Yuta because go fuck yourself. And Gojo because go fuck yourself. Oh. I'm choosing this Gojo. Black Flash. Red. Purple. Black freaking hole. That user panel is the best thing I've ever seen. You did perfectly. Thank you, Kusakabe. I appreciate that. Oh. Yeah, the Black Flash still wins. Bruh. This is like a better panel, but this is iconic. Now what do I do? Kusakabe will want me to choose Gojo. Chat probably wants me to choose Gojo. So I'm gonna choose Rika. Yeah, we'll rescue Satoru Gojo. Domain expansion, unlimited void. Yuta. Because Yuta is cooler than Yuji. By a lot. I'm kind of rage baiting now, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's easy. Hold up. Yeah, no, it's hollow purple. Black flesh. Domain clash is better, yeah. Oh, yeah, this one's colder. Sukuna being a pussy and Gojo standing on business, bro, will never get old. I am you. Oh. Shit. I'm actually going to choose the off-screen Druv one, because, like, why not? Black Flash. Shit. 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 No, I'm not choosing the opposite to piss you off. It's just that I choose the opposite because I like the opposite, and then it happens to piss you off. Which is like... a little added bonus. Nah, I'm joking. I don't want to piss anyone off. But it's genuinely... I'm genuinely choosing what I prefer. What's up, Plank? Yeah, I'm gonna choose the domain clash. Oh, I'm choosing Black Flash. Shite. Yep. Oh, I love this panel too much. He's being delusional. I am not. Oh. Malevolent Void for the win. Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate. I'm gonna get so much hate. I'm not doing it to piss you off. I'm doing it because I genuinely prefer it. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. I have no idea. Choose Gojo because he's cooler. Gojo's in both of them. I can't lie, I think I prefer this one. I think I prefer the Gojo's ramping up and Sukuna shits his pants. I kind of want to put it to a vote. Red or blue? We'll run it for like a minute or so. Alright. Oh, I've put yes or no. Great. Good shit. Alright, let's try that again. Sorry about that, guys. The correct answer is obviously yes. I mean, come on, chat. You've got brains. I'm sure you can figure it out, you know? $70-30. If only I gave a shit what you guys thought.
Hello, hello.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Right, Jaff. Fuck chat. You get to be the final vote on this panel.
Right, hold on. Let me pull up stream. Let me
fuck the viewers as my
We're going back to it.
my OG quote.
Let me sign in. What an absolute ball ache that was. My goodness.
Yeah, that did not sound fun.
Very, I didn't mean to despawn. Or I got wee-weed out of the action real quick. So back now.
It's all good. It's all
Right,
good.
rock. Right. Opinion. Are we just comparing?
Holder panel. What do you prefer?
Come on. There surely is one answer, isn't there? It's the left side.
I think it's I think it's Gojo ramps up.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm so 50-50 on it. But the viewers have said
Right.
red. Jaff has said red. I think I'll accept red very happily.
I just think like they're both very much similar panels in terms of hype, but the artwork on red is just levels above.
I can agree with that.
That is probably the most iconic piece of artwork to come out of JJK.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. I'm locking it in.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I can't
Right,
believe
that is much more of a difficult one. Oh god.
Every part of my being wants to press on Yuta, but I can't deny the Gojo, like, Sukuna, the first domain clash is so hype, bro. Like,
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go red.
I really want to press red. I really, really want to press red.
Honestly, though, like, I think that three-way is...
It's one of my absolute
crazy
favorite panels, like, that I've read in a manga. I was so hyped when I read that. The whole Sendai fight, and then the reveal that Yuta has a domain was so sick.
Yeah, like... I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna get
I'd
cooked.
vote red. I'd vote red.
Trying to think about... I'm gonna get cooked for... I'm gonna get so cooked for this, though.
I just thought, as impressive as that shrine panel is, we knew it was happening.
What have I done?
You've earned XP.
See if there's any other...
Yuta domain was such a blue ball. Yeah.
Oh, God, tell me about it.
I just think the reaction to that three-way domain clash is what probably justifies me putting it higher as well.
Oh. Jesus. Right, I think that wraps that up. So, what were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about One Piece when it disconnected, but
yeah.
Other than that, I don't think we've actually mentioned 262 prediction at all.
I mean, I think honestly the only prediction I really have on it is that they fight. Like,
yes,
it's that or Hakari Uraume.
It's either that or they fight. Someone write that down. That is peak theory crafting from Allons-Y. Everyone, JJK may have a fight in it this week. You've heard it here first.
Oh dear. Yeah. That is honestly all I have to predict for it. I feel like it is a very clear cut chapter of just like maybe we get some flashbacks again, some more information. Possibly reveal that Yuta figured out how to carry over his technique like Kenjaku does. Beyond that, still mainly just gonna be a fight, I think.
Yeah. I think it's the right time for a Hakari switch, though. So I'm just going to say that I think it's going to be a Hakari chapter.
Yeah, you can lock that in.
I'm going to lock that in.
That's valid.
I think we'll see more of Hakari, and I think that we'll see... not necessarily the like full fight. I think we'll see the conclusion of the fight. Okay. So we'll either see Hakari mopped, or we're going to see Uraume get mopped.
What do you think it's more likely to be?
Honestly, it's just whoever's plot armor is thicker, because, like, realistically, there's not really a way in which Hakari could lose, based off of what we know about his ability right now. So it's either a case of Uraume's just going to freeze him and keep him there, and just dip.
Yes, that's what I think is, like, if Uraume... Because if Uraume's capable of winning, they would have won already, I think.
Yeah.
So if Uraume hasn't won yet, they're not going to win. My audio input looks like it's being weird. Can everyone hear me okay? Guys?
Gotta wait for chat to catch up.
This is where they all troll me now, though. I'm not going to get a straight answer out of them. I think it should be okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, nice.
Yeah, you're fine. But yeah, I'm just thinking, if we don't see Hakari soon, what's the point of him being there?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
We need to have a refresher on at least what's happening there, even if it's just 2 panels of them still, you know, doing whatever they're doing right now.
Yeah.
My handy plot armor technique.
I mean, we got the one little panel of them. Uraume was hitting the Gnar, literally hit the Gnar I'd win, or Gnar we'd win. And then at the end of the next chapter, or was it? Yeah, it was the next chapter. Gojo, like, comes back. It's crazy.
Almost foreshadowing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But
the argument could be made.
Dear God, I hate Uraume saying shit like, "Oh, the best you could give us was Satoru Gojo," or we've won. Who is we? Who the hell is we?
You've done nothing, basically.
Like, saying the best you could throw at us was Gojo. How embarrassing, when Uraume literally got one-tapped by Gojo the second he stepped out of Prison Realm. And I mean, like, not one-tap by a red, it was a punch to the stomach that they said hurt, like, literally days later, even after using RCT. How are you saying we?
It's such a heavy sort of heavily weighted word, and obviously you can argue that without Uraume's part, Sukuna wouldn't be as strong. But yeah, come on, innit? You know, you can't be comparing yourself on the level pegging the absolute domination Sukuna has shown.
Then people love the argument of like, Uraume survived the 200% hollow purple as if Sukuna didn't absorb like the majority of that purple. Uraume then was like out of commission for the entire Gojo vs Sukuna fight, like buried under a building, hit by the last 5% of that purple. Like, what?
It's just it. I just think people like to support the other side, especially when there's strong characters, you know, just for the shock value.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with supporting an underdog, but there's the difference between Gojo and Uraume is like not quite underdog worthy. It's just they're
like not even in the same conversation.
Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby sort of shit.
Absolutely, yeah.
We are winning. Who the fuck is we? Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, well, there is no we. Literally going 20+ chapters with a gambling addict. Like, what?
Hey man, she knows how to run a bath. Oh,
yeah.
I'm really sorry. I do always mess up with Uraume. I do always get the pronouns wrong. I feel like that's a sort of an accepted thing, though.
Yeah,
And
I
the
think
same
like
with Carrara.
it's. I think as long as as long as the intention is there of like
Yeah, there's
knowing,
no ill
it's
intent. I
fine.
just wanted to clarify that
Everyone
because
make it like I fuck it up all
yeah,
the time. It's fine as long as the intention's there. You're good.
yeah, there's no ill intent. Please don't cancel me.
Cancelled before you even get your first
I'm,
video out. It's crazy.
I'm just stupid and yeah. But no, 262. I'm banking on Hakari to come back in.
I love a bit of
If
Hakari.
I was a gambling man, which I am, I would put money on Hakari coming back.
I'm a big supporter of the Hakari 777 theory.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. And then that
There's
also
a level above what we know, 100%.
that covers the statement, the dumbass, stupid statement that everyone stands behind of Yuta saying when Hakari's on a roll, he's stronger than he is. If Hakari gets his 777 jackpot with like earth-shattering output or some shit, I'll happily accept it. That's fine. Current Yuta, maybe not, but pre time skip Yuta, yeah, sure, I'll allow that. No problem.
Yeah, you know how much I love the 777 theory, and the amount of times that I've hammered it home that I think that is definitely where we're going, that there is another level to, Restless Gambler.
I'd love that for sure. Yeah.
I just think that Gege's just dipped his toe in, and I think the time for this Hakari sort of boost would be after the Uraume fight, if the merger was to happen in the stalemate with Sukuna while the rest of the forces recuperate and try and figure out a plan. Because I think that's a perfect way to introduce him back into the story very organically, but while also giving him a massive power-up, which was justified because he beat Uraume.
Yeah.
And I still think that there's stuff that Hakari doesn't even know about his own technique, just because of sort of Gege's foreshadowing it, how absolutely stupidly shit he is at academics.
Yeah.
I just think that you've got to look at it. We've seen the test scores. We've seen the way he'd act. He's not a learner. He's not an educated guy. So I honestly think that being in a fight and sort of learning it as he's doing it, sort of like how Gojo operates, where he can't really, elaborate on what he's doing. Same with like Choso. They can't really figure out how they did it. They can't figure out the steps in which you learn how to do it. They just learned it because it was, reflexes. Yeah. Exactly the same way Hakari's ability already works. I just think there's a really, really natural sort of progression for his character to get him up on level pegging with the rest of the characters. I always come back to that artwork of Maki, Yuji, Yuta, and Hakari all stood next to each other.
Yeah, we need it.
And honestly, I think that is the foreshadowing for the next, like the top four. Once this sort of whole era of the Gojo fight, Sukuna getting killed, or the merger, or whatever happens, I think when the dust settles, it will be those four, obviously in very different forms to what we saw them drawn. I think, obviously Yuta is now in Gojo's body, yeah. Maki, all of the transformations, all of the changes. I think that is like the foreshadowing Gege is giving us to say, look, guys, these are the four. I've told you who's going to be the strongest. Chapters ago, this is me sort of, tying up that loose end. But the only thing which stops me from agreeing with that is the fact that Hakari is nowhere near those guys right now. And to get there, I think he does need that last power up.
For people asking what the 777 theory is, Jaff, do you wanna talk them through it? Because there's some people who don't know.
Yeah, so essentially, pachinko machines and gambling in Japan is very much like slots everywhere else in the world. And although there's ways to win, there's also a mega jackpot, essentially. And spinning consistently and the whole pachinko ethos of being sort of sat at the machine and waiting for it to pay out, I feel sort of bleeds really well with the technique as a whole. Like, Hakari is massively benefited by just rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and keep spinning. And I think that sort of the ideology of constantly putting the money in the machine until you finally get that big payout. Because right now, Restless Gambler doesn't have that massive payout because he wins every time, or essentially every time. So what's a level above that? It's the mega jackpot. And I think that would be 777, It links with the gambling. It links with the sort of theming of his character as a whole. I think it also bleeds in with his uneducated nature and the fact that he's a delinquent, and the only way that he learns anything is by having lessons to himself. And I think that this Uraume fight pushes him to that point where he has to basically adapt or die, which we see a hell of a lot through JJK. You either power up to whoever you're fighting or you are out. You are dead. And I think that this is really like the level above. And rather than just giving him, oh, look, you can punch harder, or you don't die as quick, or whatever it may be, I think leveling it up, but understanding the technique as well, and saying like, that's actually a really understandable progression as to why he's powered up, because of the pachinko machine and because of the gambling and because of all of this. It's just an interesting prospect. And I had this idea before it even sort of became mainstream, and then we talked about it, and then sort of everyone started talking about it. So it's a real theory which has resonated with me, and I really put some thought and time into it. So hopefully that could be a video coming out soon.
No, I love it. Like, so the pachinko machines, like, hitting that 777 mega jackpot is from what we've seen of Hakari's jackpots, like when it's actually been shown, never been 777. So that's definitely still an option. So a kind of expansion I had on that idea, which I really like, which kind of explains why it hasn't maybe been a thing yet, is it could be a matter of, so Hakari's basically got two options here, right? Because Hakari keeps talking about using skill to grab a hold of luck, and he can sort of basically not rig, but he can influence like his percentages. And I'm not even going to pretend to understand how pachinko machines work in detail, but he has like a level of influence over it, I think, with his like little prompts and stuff. But the idea could be that in the odds of getting a 777 might be like really, really low. So he's been going like, basically stalemating against Uraume to keep Uraume busy and away from that fight, because Uraume is incredibly dangerous. But it could reach a point where Hakari has to try and go for the mega jackpot to end this fight with Uraume and actually go for the kill. And it could be a case of, getting that mega jackpot is, you have a way of increasing the odds, but it's like very risky. So maybe there's like some kind of binding vow involved. Binding vow? Why do I always struggle to say that? Binding vow, where like, I don't know, maybe he has to take a risk where he sacrifices his chances of getting a normal jackpot, but then maybe increases the chances a bit of getting a mega jackpot, so that it would sort of explain why he hasn't gone for it sooner, if that makes sense. Like keeping it out of the question until it's really needed, and then he takes it, because the last thing you'd want is to take that big risk and then just fail and have Uraume kill him and join the fight, which could explain why he's been going, stalemating, wasting time. But I see it being a thing. I think it's really cool. I'd be very down for it.
When you said that then as well, it could even be after every successful roll, he adds a 1% chance to get the mega jackpot.
Yeah, so it like ramps up.
Everyone's calling him a bum for stalemating against Uraume, but realistically, he's charging up this mega jackpot.
Yeah.
But then again, I also feel like that is just far too educated and battle IQ for even Hakari. I don't think that he would go in there with that much preparation to be able to understand to do that. I don't think that fits his character whatsoever. Yuta, yes, 100%. Hakari, no.
Yeah. So speaking of odds and chances of things happening, what do we think if this doesn't happen in the next chapter? What are the odds that we get a Jaff Talks videos on this Hakari theory?
Honestly, I've got so much time now on my hands. I feel like it'd be a bit of a crime if I didn't do it.
It's lads, it's finally time. I feel like Gojo. It's time for Jaff Talks to step up and surpass Allons-Y as the ultimate JJK waffler.
The ultimate waffler.
The new generation.
Yeah, well, honestly, Javier, when you said that, like Gojo didn't prepare his students, you have to assume that Hakari listened when Gojo was explaining. The guy doesn't listen in school.
Very
so
true.
He's not gonna
That's
listen
very
to
true.
His teacher in a different scenario.
Bro, I
Yuta,
love
on the
that.
other hand, will absorb every piece of information and hang on every word. Hakari will be on his phone.
I love
It's-
the what was it? I'm trying to find the chapter real quick now so I can actually read it out. But it's when they talk about the wee soul swapping thing, and they make that reveal. It's like the first time we see Hakari in such a long time, and it's in a flashback. And I'm trying to find what he says, but it's the dumbest thing. He's like, we all need to learn reverse. Yeah. Those who want to fight need to either learn reverse curse technique or anti-domain tactics. And it's like, they're in the 1 month time skip. They've got all the time in the world. He's just made the most Captain Obvious statement. Like, guys, I think we should get better. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, and Javier, when I'm saying that, I'm not saying that he disrespects Gojo. I'm straight up saying he doesn't have the mental capacity to understand and have the attention span to go through a plan and for people to have an actual understanding of his technique, because he can't even explain it to others. So I feel like anybody giving him advice would be sort of, if not wasted, not just simply not understood. No,
I mean,
fair enough. No, it's an open question. I just think that we know too much about how unbelievably stupid Hakari actually is. So,
battle IQ, he's not bad. But like, in terms of IQ, yeah, he's not it, bro. He is very like. But it's also, he just doesn't care. Like,
that's it.
You need to remember, he did join this fight. He joined this fight because he was like, saw an opportunity for him to expand his illegal flight club as a business. That's why he's here. Don't like forget this information that he didn't give a shit about any of this until he saw a business opportunity and was like, if I can get some leeway with expanding my illegal Jujutsu fight club, I'm taking it. That is, maybe now he's kind of been influenced and he's now in it for the long haul, sure. But the main reason why he joined this fight in the first place is literally for that reason. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Everyone's getting annoyed at the Hakari mention. I love it.
They've never heard me glaze Hakari, bro. They don't realize that my agenda is just an agenda. That's it. It's just for fun. I do like Hakari.
It's actually so funny because you talk about Yuta, people complain about the Yuta agenda. You talk about Yuji, people complain about that. You talk about Hakari, people complain about that. It's like, guys, what do you actually want us to talk about?
What do you want, guys? Should we just sit here and talk about One Piece for the next hour? Is that what you need? I've never heard anyone complain about One Piece. Other than the people who haven't watched it. Go ahead and glaze Mei. I feel like I'd be in even more trouble if I did that.
Yeah. Just don't talk, bro.
Hey man, look, that's why Jaff's here, okay? So you hear less of me. Your least favorite part.
I take some of the fire. I take some of the fire.
Bro, whenever I stream, as mainly from Kusakabe, all I see is like Jid and Jaff carry the Allons-Y channel. It's like, bro, take it away. Actually, speaking of, I hope you can survive talking to chat for a minute while I go piss, because otherwise I'm gonna piss myself.
Of course I can. Of course I can, as long as chat are nice to me.
I'm more worried about chat behaving, I'm not gonna lie.
Right, let's wait until he's gone, everyone, and then let's do something really, really funny. Nah, I'm joking. So, how's everyone feeling for this new chapter coming out then? You are going to have to help me with chat. Kenjaku deserves glaze. Very, very true. Moot prank. No! I can't actually say why Kenjaku's better than Yuta, because output-wise, I think Yuta probably takes him. But the reason I have such a love for Kenjaku, and the reason he deserves so much glaze, is there's actually no one with the future planning quite like him. It's quite unbelievable when you look back over the hundreds of years where he was switching bodies and hopping bodies. This plan has been in the works for a very, very long time. And it's really, really interesting to see all the way throughout the story. The big plot points and the major things that happen are generally as a result of a domino that Kenjaku toppled. So yeah, from an intelligence perspective, cursed energy, sort of like understanding and knowing how the environment works and stuff. I would say he's very, very skilled, 100%. I'm not sure about most skilled. I'd say he knows the most about sort of jujutsu itself, and has probably the best grasp out of most of the characters that we know. And I'd agree there. Output-wise, I do still think Yuta trumps him, regardless of the kit and the knowledge he has. Kujakami, I don't even know what you're on about, bro. I'm not even going to scroll up. 100% not a scammer. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. When does Yuta shine? Yeah, man. So just to the left of his camera, he has all of his wall covered with Yuta fan art. I didn't want to mention it, but yeah. You want to see the shrine in Allons-Y's room. It's pretty crazy.
Wait. Why is there a shrine in my room?
We're talking about your Yuta shrine just off camera, and
no.
the fact that you didn't go to the toilet, you just went to pray.
Yeah, no, I had to take a minute to go pay my respects. There's a little. What was his my statue of his body? There's now only half of it there, so make sure I stay updated. You know.
Does Allons have a secret Mei stash?
Must be in trouble.
You are very much in trouble. Right, let's hold on. Seconds, you may need to get chat a minute. I'm getting a phone call. 2 seconds.
No worries. Oh no, chat, you're left with me. Allons-Y. Oh, that rhymed. I'm so cool. Sorry. Guys, I'm so, like, I've been out of commission for 4 days. I haven't been able to make a video. I've been so bored, man. I think I've gone through, like, 80 episodes of One Piece in, like, 3 days. I'm not muted. I'm not... Nice. Do you think Kenjaku regrets not killing Kamo now? No. Why would he regret that? What's Kamo done other than run away? The cool guy is gone. The cool guy is called, Jaff Talks. And I will, maybe, if I can find it, put a link to his channel in the... Well, it's in the description, but I'll put it in chat. He has not got any videos yet. However, he will. And they will be better than mine because, well, apparently you guys don't like my content. But make sure to go drop him a sub, which will increase the pressure for him to then go and make a video and we'll start getting some content. We need to get him on a roll because the potential is there. He has that special grade potential and a lot to talk about. Not just on JJK, on a lot of other stuff you enjoy as well. So make sure to go drop a sub, and then hopefully we'll see some content soon. Jaff Talks has so much potential as a YouTuber. He does, right? Like, he's got the voice for it, and he's got a lot of insightful things to say, so... 8.45k subscribers of hate watchers? Yeah. I mean, that is, like, pretty much my channel. I'm a professional at pissing people off. I can't lie, tomorrow or Wednesday, the video that I've got coming out is so bullshit. It is such a shit post. It's something I do want to talk about, and I actually had a lot of fun making it, but it's not going to do well as a video because it's just so bullshit. I'll give you a little... You guys can actually... You can help me choose the thumbnail. So whenever I make thumbnails, I always make like a load of drafts. And then I basically choose my favorite. So you guys can help me if you want to... Let me find it. 1 second. Right. This is what I've been doing today. I mean, you can't see all of it. Wait. I'll shrink myself again. What do we like? What do we think looks good? This is as big as I can make it, unfortunately. Did I just open Steam by accident? What the hell? Oh no, wait, what am I doing? There we go. I did just open Steam. And I did also flashbang myself. But I quite like this.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries. We just I was just
Oh, thumbnails.
yeah, so
Very
what
nice.
what I do for thumbnails is because I'm very perfectionist about this shit, I'll go in and make like a sort of template or a base for how I want it to look, and then use all my prepared backgrounds and
Assets.
stuff. Yeah, to just
Yeah.
like I'll make like a load of drafts. Once I've got the main thing down, it only takes about like 1 or 2 minutes to actually change it.
Yeah.
And then there's more here than I usually have, but I'm trying to
I like that one
decide
with Gojo in the
what I like.
background. I like the light color in the background. I think it just makes it a lot more readable.
This one? Or
Um,
the eye, or actually Gojo?
oh, hold on. I'm a little bit behind you. It's the eye.
The eye. Yeah, I like the eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
I think it's just lighter and it'll make the front sort of pop more.
I like this. This one with Kenjaku is quite cool.
Yeah.
But
like
then
that
I also quite like just. I'm. Yuki is relevant and Yuta is relevant in this video. They're a lot more relevant than Kenjaku or Gojo. I like this picture of Yuta.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with the background. It does make it. Yeah. I don't know. I
think
normally
if you put
change
the
it. Like,
I think if you put the eye behind that Yuta one, it wouldn't look as good because it's white on white. I feel like you need contrast in regardless. So if you have a dark looking, so obviously Kenjaku is like on mainly dark tones.
yeah.
You'd need a light background. When you have like the manga panels, because they're obviously black and white, you'll need a darker background to make the front ground pop.
Yeah. I mean, if we go like.
I like that one a lot as well.
Wait, which one was that?
That one you just clicked on with the eye. I still think that's quite nice, regardless of it being light on light. I think that works.
I've been really enjoying my my thumbnails recently. I've sort of changed up. I've put a bit more effort into them, and
I still like how they've got the same sort of vibe though. Like I can always tell when it's your video, and I feel like that's just so difficult to do and have it sort of be refreshing. You know, because otherwise it does just look like the same video popping up all the time. But
yeah,
I know for a fact as soon as I see that font, it's like, oh,
yeah. I see.
Videos out.
I noticed that. So these two videos did quite well. Why Sukuna never stood a chance and the whole new techniques video I used a different font for them, and they did surprisingly well. So I was like, oh, I can keep running with that. And then I tried it again with like manga panel backgrounds, and I realized something must have shifted in the algorithm, because for the first week they just like did not do that. They didn't move. That Sukuna video was every time Sukuna needed saving is on like 20k views now, but that only happened in like the last 3 days because future videos did well.
Yeah.
So like I decided to go back to my OG font and stick with that.
Working.
But yeah, I love this. I thought this video would do a lot. Not that it's done bad at all, but I thought it would do a lot better than it did. Because how Satoru Gojo will break the internet, and then him like pointing up to the. I think that looks so clean. I would have clicked that video personally.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like I think it's more important for thumbnails to have a sort of cohesion rather than, you know, everyone be just completely random.
Yeah. But yeah, I've kind of gone and tried to learn a bit more about Photoshop. I went and I took the tattoos off Sukuna to make some angry looking Yujis, which I think this video did bits. This is like my second most viewed video now, and these two like did so much better than I thought they would. This one especially, because if you look at my most viewed videos, there's a very clear theme, which I broke with this video. So I was really surprised that it did well. But yeah, and I also, what ifs tend to not do too well. Like if it's an actual theory about current JJK, almost always does better. but
Yeah.
a what if of a scenario that like will never happen is not something I thought people would give a shit about. It was just something I want to talk about. So I'm surprised that that did pretty good. But yeah, I'm up in my game, guys. I'm up in my game.
Yeah, it's no different to me. You know, it's serious when I've got the Adobe package now. It was like before I was saying, yeah, I'll make videos. I've got all my scripts ready. I've recorded everything, and I was using like the most dog shit free software ever, and it was just like exporting like with horrific quality.
Yeah,
and it was such a headache. And then I just thought, you know what, Adobe's just it's just the standard to, you know,
yeah,
you have to use it if you want it. You know, if you want it to look good, you have to use it.
It's true.
So,
like, I think a lot of other YouTubers are swapping over to Adobe now as well, just because it's just so much more reliable. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some Jaff content.
Yeah, finally getting it out.
A lot of people in chat while you were on the phone, actually, I think Scammer is what mainly was saying that you definitely have a good voice for YouTube.
Oh, I do appreciate it. It's just getting that first video out, isn't it? It's just starting to snowball. It's such a daunting task, but you know, especially because I haven't been on the stream for a while. I've sort of been MIA with all of my degree shit going on, and like now I'm back. I'm like talking about JJK again. Like when we met in person, we were talking about a lot of anime and stuff, especially with Jid. It was like it sort of relit the fire. And you know, tonight especially, then actually talking about it and having, you know, decent conversations about it, it's like, yeah, okay, why not?
Yeah, it's sort of, it's good for motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Jaff talked, you have 18 subs with no, he has 18 subs?
I have 18 subs? What?
That's crazy, considering no content whatsoever.
It's just the gang. Well, I suppose there's an element of content here, but yeah, no, it's pretty crazy.
See, people have faith. That's 18 whole people who have faith in
18
good
whole
content.
humans. Yeah, man. Just getting that first one out is it's a lot easier said than done.
Yo, what's up, Sanjaya? How you doing? Sanjaya, for 2 streams in a row now, has rejected my request for her to come on. I was gonna do a stream idea where it was a really strange idea where it's like, so she's an anime only, so I was gonna try and make it so that she didn't look at chat, and I was gonna like try and ask a load of make a load of questions for like what she would think is gonna happen, if that makes sense, like moving forward, to see her thoughts on
That'd
it.
be sick.
As an anime only, good, because I think her and Sam are the only anime onlys that I really know, and Sam can't be bothered, so but yeah, that was
it is an interesting idea, because it's like seeing how a different brain works when they haven't read the when they haven't read the content, and like sort of making the guesswork.
Yeah, not gonna lie, you need to ask Kusakabe on a live stream. I'd be down to stream with Kusakabe sometime if he wants to.
Get the bro in.
Yeah, probably destroy my channel in the process, but it is what it is.
Nuke it from the inside out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd be down for sure. You can get Jid in there as well, because I know you love Jid.
But the whole Avengers would form. Get Adrian in there too.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's good. But I am
like an open table.
I'm recovered now, so, or at least like mainly recovered. So the videos will be starting. Obviously, with the event we were at the weekend, I didn't manage to prep a video in time, so that was the first time since starting that I had to abandon the schedule. Which didn't feel great, especially because when I got back, obviously I got sick. So we took a little break, but we're back now.
It's almost like humans deserve a break sometimes. as much as content is lovely to have every 2 to 3 days, I'm sure I can speak for everyone in the stream and say, it's okay to have a week off, man. If you're doing shit, if you get ill, just take the week, isn't it? Don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah,
we'll all be here for the content when it inevitably comes. Because if people can wait, well, if 18 people can wait 3 months from when I say I'm going to release a video, I'm sure they can wait 2 days for you to release another one.
That's fair. yeah, no, I've obviously not so much with the sickness, but I have enjoyed my little break. I had a great time at the weekend as well.
Yeah.
Also, Sanjay, I know you didn't actually reject it. Don't worry, that's fine. You were sick as well. It's all good. What is the Allons-Y a human? I am sometimes needing to be a human. That is a. That is
It's only
very true.
sometimes.
Just sometimes, yeah. I mean, I'm actually a pacifista, mate. I'm just built different. The
That's actually
strongest
such a
yapper in the
sick
chat.
point. Yeah, I was about to say I will. I'll officiate that as the host, and we'll have the strongest yapper of chat versus the strongest yapper of videos.
That sounds like a good idea. Check Discord. I will check Discord. Oh, the thumbnail. Let me see if I can get this. I can get this up. Kusakabe is very kindly made a thumbnail for me.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Right. Let me open this. This is for the a replacement
chat
for
reaction.
my thumbnails weren't good enough apparently. So let me see.
So your community has to bail you out.
Nice. There we go, guys. Why special grades suck by none other than Kusakabe. How are we feeling about this thumbnail? I love the
Use it. It has to be used.
normal yellow font. Not even lined up.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
How did you do that? Oh, I guess you just use the PNGs, right? Yeah, that's some passionate thumbnail crafting. I might have to, have to charge commission for that.
The Calibri font really brings it all together. I love it so much.
Nice. Thanks, man. I'll have to come to you more often for those thumbnails.
This has to be an. Oh no, Kusakabe, you need to get one ready for April Fools next year.
Oh no.
100%.
No.
You need to make it for the annual April 1st video.
What we'll do then is oh, what have I done? What we'll do is Kusakabe will make one, send it to me in advance, and then I have to make the video based off whatever's in the thumbnail.
That is such a good idea. That is such an unbelievably good idea.
Yeah.
Kusakabe will get me, you, and Jid together, and we'll try and screw whatever video has to come out. We'll try and make it the absolute most difficult to talk about.
Oh
ever.
no. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm down. Fuck it.
Oh, Tiberius, I really appreciate that, man.
I'm gonna make a thumbnail for Jaff. I'll throw it in Discord later. Oh, that's very kind of you,
sick.
Tiberius.
I appreciate that.
I have seen your work, Tiberius. Wait, forgive me if I'm wrong, but you did recently put out a tweet saying that you've started up your, was it Fiverr? And I checked out some of your thumbnails. They are sick. Like, they are really
I'm
cool.
so excited.
Yours is really cool.
I think I may have inspired him with the 777 theory. Hopefully.
Can I make a thumbnail for you and you make that JJK vid? Do you know what? We can do that as a you can jump on with that would be interesting.
We'll get a whole crew together.
Yeah, you can join the crew and make one of those.
Have someone who knows nothing about the manga.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, honestly, that's actually reminding me of something I was gonna say. Is I think the JJK anime is gonna hopefully fix a lot of these pacing issues. Obviously, it can't really add that much new content, but in terms of the whole chapter by chapter stuff, it should be able to fill in the gaps. Oh.
They can add. I honestly think that when the anime to get to that portion, I think we're going to see so much more of the fights. I actually think that they're just going to go wild, exactly the same way they did with Maharaga.
I hope so.
I genuinely think we're going to be getting 4 or 5 minute fight scenes for 2 to 3 panels, because there's just so many big moments that I feel that they could just like sort of do whatever with and make the choreography really, really fucking cool, but while also sticking to the source material.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I really hope season 3 is 2025, because I see Jid, the famous Jid, who apparently carries my channel, has a very interesting opinion that Culling Games is I don't want to put words in his mouth, but to paraphrase, Culling Games is ass compared to the rest of JJK. I don't think he's not excited. He is not that excited for Culling Games at all. When Culling Games has Bro, when I think of
My favorite characters.
oh my god, we're starting off with Yuji versus Yuta, okay? And then we've got the whole like Tengen conversation, which sure is like not action based, but that's just it's gonna be our first time seeing Tengen on screen. And then we're gonna have, you know, Yuji and Higuruma, and we're gonna have Reggie Star versus Megumi, which I don't give a crap about Reggie Star, but I love Megumi, so you know. And then Maki and the Zenins.
Yep.
And then also like the fight against Curse Naoya. Sendai Colony, which is probably the thing I'm looking forward to most, is Ryu and Yuta fighting. Is like, I love that fight so much. Kashimo Hakari, even though I can't stand Kashimo, there's no denying they're both incredibly cool characters with the potential for an amazing fight. Everybody loves the Ninjaristic Ninja MMV, the Culling Games one. Just imagine that actually animated as a series. It's going to be so good. I can't wait for it. I'm going to have to do reaction videos.
Yeah, it has to be done. Like, straight up, when the trailer drops, we're going to have to do a reaction. It's just the way it has to be. And I just think this, like, next portion, we did get, like, there's so many more interesting characters we've yet to meet. And, like, two of them are, like, up there in my top sort of 5, like Higuruma and Hakari.
Higuruma, yeah. Higuruma
yeah,
is...
no, you know how much I love Higuruma.
And he's a like... bathtub sorcerer. Yeah, he is so cool. I don't love him anywhere near the level you do. Like, Jaff loves Higuruma, but he is so cool.
Like, and I honestly think that they're gonna cook with a voice actor as well. I'm not sure who like could possibly be, and I don't even know how Higuruma would really sound. But I just know for a fact whoever they pick is gonna be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel it. It's a real gut feeling.
I mean, they've killed it with JJK casting so far. Both dub and sub are incredible. Like,
yeah,
it's one of the rare times where when I open like TikTok or something, I see an equal. The only other thing I've seen this for is Attack on Titan. I've seen an equal amount of dub and sub clips go viral for JJK. Like Gojo's voice actor for dub and sub, and Sukuna as well. Always, like, both of them are always used because they're just both incredible. So good. And it's perfect casting. Yeah, JJK does not miss.
Higuruma is one of the best in terms of character acting. I think he's the most complete character arc we've seen. Honestly,
I really like his ending.
I just think from the minute we met him until the minute we ended, it felt like there was no filler. There was no boring moments. There was no... oh, where is he? What is he doing? It was always right. Okay, we know the direction, we know the theme, and we know everything. And it was just it's just a refreshing take to see someone who was like sort of dropped into it, but also didn't have all of the downfalls of like Yuji when he got just dropped into it.
Yeah,
and I'll come out and say it, he was the quickest developing sorcerer we've ever seen in JJK.
100%. There's no doubt about that at all. Yeah, that's not even a question.
No, if anybody wants to disagree with me on that, I'll fight you to the absolute death and I'll die on this hill. Higuruma was, if he was still alive, he would have surpassed a hell of a lot of our cast right now.
No way is that goated YouTuber Jaded Satoru. Thank you very much for the support. I'd love to hit 10k this year. Thank you very much, man. I love your content as well. It's sick. The way you edit your videos is so cool. I'm actually gonna need you to teach me sometime because my videos are getting a little bit stale when it comes to my little floating images. I need some new stuff. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jaded in chat, my favorite Gojo Glazer. He does love a bit of Gojo.
Who doesn't, man? Who doesn't? Come
on. Also, he was kind of forced into it because of Kenjaku. Yeah, I mean, I was making a video earlier, right? The shitpost video that I was talking about, and I concluded that the culling games and Kenjaku's plan so far is the best thing that could have happened to all of our protagonists. Otherwise, they would have been royally cooked. Like, consider what the culling games did for, like, improving our characters. We got Takaba, we got Higuruma, who two very impactful characters, especially because, like, Takaba took down Kenjaku pretty much, and then Higuruma is Higuruma. You've then got Jacob's Ladder, sky manipulation, just all the techniques that Yuta gained, the ability to swap bodies, which Yuta got from Kenjaku, like all of these things, they only ever got stronger because of the culling games. And the culling game's whole goal was to like optimize cursed energy, right? That's the end goal. It's literally what it did. If Kenjaku's plan was stopped in Shibuya, Sukuna would have he would have won ages ago. Because these characters would not be anywhere near as strong as they are now. The only problem with it is that it's going to end up being the merger, which is going to be a big problem. But I was trying to make a point about how can we stop Kenjaku from starting the culling games, and I realized we did not actually want to do that.
Yeah.
Jaded got that special grade editing technique. He really does, man. His videos are sick, and his thumbnails are really cool as well. Oh, I appreciate that, Jaded, man. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, let me get you as a little mod, little content creator mod badge. Actually, I should probably give out mod more often to people who normally show up. Oh, I can't. Everyone's gonna have it if I start. I'm I'm too soft.
Yeah, yeah.
Shut fuck up, guys. You stay where you are.
Has to be limited. Too many cooks spoil a broth. You know, that's what you need to remember. Special grade chat clout.
Special grade chat clout. Sanjaya's got a mod for some crazy reason. I give Sanjaya a mod. The person who hasn't read JJK. That is passionate, to be fair.
Just had to drop some exclamation points to flex my wrench. Sorry, everyone.
Wait, what does it look like when I type in chat? Hello. Oh, look at that. Yeah, get fucked. Get fucked.
Oh, highlighted.
Hold that. Love the stream. Stream's not over. I mean, it probably will be over soon. But
to be fair, he did say he has to shoot off. He needs to go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So,
fair.
Not Scammer. Appreciate all the kind words, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much, Scammer. You're love having you here. Allons-Y, bros in the chat, get out of it. Kusakabe, you're actually asking for it, man. I should take that mod away.
He's just the devil's advocate, man.
Yeah, I love it. I do love it.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Whatever may be positive in the stream, you already know Kusakabe is cooking up some way to twist it around and make it some sort of argument.
It was so nice because Kusakabe was one of like the primary people combating me on my Yuta agenda. When I was saying that like it was going to be Yuta. That's actually Gojo. And then when it was revealed that it was actually Yuta, and I was right, but Kusakabe kind of lost his mind a little bit. And I don't care in the slightest, but it's so nice. I got a little message from him saying like, sorry if I like went overboard. It's all like fun and games. I was just like, bro, I love you because you keep it very real with me, and you just say what you want to say, which is everyone should always do that. Like just. As long as you're not being toxic.
I will never ever forget mine and Kusakabe's discussion at like 5 a.m. our time, where everyone had, like, you was asleep, Jid was asleep at the time, and me and Kusakabe was just absolutely molding about the new chapter in Lee's discussion, and we were going crazy. And the worst thing was, it wasn't actually that bad. It was just we were both so annoyed, we kept making each other more annoyed. Because we kept making more points.
So I remember we jumped in a call.
The worst shit ever.
We jumped in a call after, and you like went on a little rant, and then was like, "I think Kusakabe's got in my head, bro. Like we've just been hyping each other up about how shit this chapter was for the last hour."
Literally,
so funny.
The problem was it wasn't like we were having a discussion. We were just typing paragraphs to each other. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And then I just thought, right, you know what? I need to come away from this. And a couple of days later, I was like, you know what? The chapter wasn't too bad.
Yeah, no, it was
You're a bad influence, Kusakabe. You're a bad influence, man.
Angel asks, Nobara probably dead? Hell no. I have so much faith Nobara's coming back soon. With the way Gege's been like doing these reveals and the whole explanation of why we weren't aware of like Todo and Nobara for all this time, gives me so much hope that Nobara is coming back very soon.
She's coming back as a curse tool. She's coming back as a hammer.
As a hammer.
That's it, man. She's coming back as a love heart hammer, and that's the most we're going to see of her, if anything.
No. Nobara is coming back in full effect.
You're thinking she tanked Idol Transfiguration?
Yes.
How?
100% yes. I'm so certain,
yes.
bro.
Nobara, the one who very clearly knows the entire shape of her soul.
Yes, my
is the
anti-idol
one-
transfiguration technique.
Yeah.
We'll see. Mei
She ain't coming
daughter
back.
or Kenjaku son? What does that even mean? Bro, wait, no, that's such a fucked question. No. Oh, dear. I mean, I can't answer that. I actually can't answer that.
I actually think I prefer a Kenjaku son. Straight up. Straight up, man.
Oh, no. But
Well,
Kenjaku's
right,
so
no.
fucked.
Let's boil it. Right, let's boil it down to its absolute minimum. Would you prefer to have given birth to a groomer or racist?
But he's not just
honestly-
racist. Think about what he did with the cursed womb shit, bro. That's so fucked. Yeah, no, it's gotta be. I've got to
But
have
at least
Mei
he's
Mei.
motivated, man. At least he's
No,
motivated. He's not a bum.
That's true. Not a money grabber.
Yeah.
It's such an ass question, bro.
What?
His son will
What do you
take
think about
back
all of the shit that
shots.
Kenjaku have done. It's like, would I really want?
No, fuck no. Oh,
You don't have to
dear.
answer, but you did. Yeah, but what? I'm not gonna ignore a massively weighted question
Yeah,
like that because if you got a laugh out of me, I feel like I have to answer it,
That's-
and it came out of absolute left field.
Oh dear. What? Mei
But,
Mei
but
is
the worst part is, it's not only a groomer; it's like an incest groomer. So it exacerbates the situation so much more.
She's just so fucked up, and the whole like she just honestly anybody can like her first reaction to Gojo versus Sukuna was, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking load up a stream for this shit." Like, oh, bro was doing the reaction videos in JJK. Oh,
Would remove the barrier.
do you think any modern sorcerer would remove the barrier from domain expansion? Oh, like open barrier.
I think we'll-
Yuji maybe.
We'll see it. I think we'll see it by the end of the series. I can't tell you.
Someone
who it
else
would be.
should do it. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
Who
be.
wins
It
the
will be.
backshot battle.
It'll be Yuta or Yuji. It'll be one of them, or both.
Right, the chat is spiraled into madness.
Yeah.
Absolute madness. Oh.
Naoya son or Yorozu daughter?
Oh.
Yorozu daughter. Like what? She's just like kind of a bit crazy. It's fine.
Yeah, she's just a bit obsessive.
Naoya
It's
is
like-
just straight up misogynist. Like hates women. Is an all round dickhead. Yorozu is just a little bit.
She's a bit
not-
just
not with it.
obsessed, man.
Yeah,
she's just a bit
okay.
obsessed. You know, she's in love.
Yeah, in love with a dead guy though, which is that's a bit. She did say she would marry a corpse.
Yeah, well.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be marrying the corpse. So you know. There's people in our real world which have married cars and like fairground rides, so
Yeah,
it wouldn't
yeah.
actually be out of the question.
Yeah, she can do it. She can create shit that if she figures out how to make some dollar bills for me, I'm fine. I'm living.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Not my problem. Is crazy. That's just the way I look at things.
Oh dear. Yeah, Noya was moving a little bit crazy. Also, I love the. I'm not gonna get too explicit with it because we are on a YouTube stream and I don't want to get my channel blown to hell. But the irony of Noya hating women and then what his curse form turned out to look like is so funny, bro. That
Incredible.
shit kills me. I love it.
Incredible.
And then the official coloring from Gege as well, like was the final nail in the coffin. That shit is so
yeah,
funny.
like
It's
there's
so
no
funny.
denying. There's no denying what it looks like.
That's
And
some unreal symbolism right
it was
there.
just poetic justice, really, isn't it? It's.
It's so good. Oh,
I think
dear.
that even though we're joking about it, I actually think that that's probably indication as to why he was sort of a cursed spirit as well. And I think that maybe the life before certainly influenced the appearance of the spirit.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because maybe, you know, I'm obviously not saying being a misogynist was his primary character trait, but
I'd say it probably was.
you know, the fact that it was so prevalent probably has an indication to why his cursed spirit looked like that.
I can
An
already
indication for the
see
future.
like when the anime comes out, the Naoya thirst traps on my TikTok are gonna kill me. Like, I couldn't escape. JJK TikTok has been dominated. I mean, dominated by like fucking Gojo thirst traps. I just want to see a cool ass edit of Sukuna messing up Shibuya, and all I've got is Gojo everywhere. I just know everyone's gonna freak out about Naoya again. I can't be bothered.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm sort of blessed with the TikTok. I do only really get sort of anime edits to badass songs or funk or whatever. I don't get none of the other side of every fandom where
I get the
it's just
Gojo
thirst trap.
stuff all the time. I just because like I love Gojo.
Your phone
So
hey man, hey, your phone knows you better than you know yourself.
I mean,
you
there
want
you go,
them.
guys.
You subconsciously
Look,
want them.
I am a massive Gojo sim. What can I say?
Your Neuralink is telling your TikTok
Yeah,
to show you nothing but Gojo thirst traps, man.
it is telling me
There's
something.
nothing you can get out of that. Yeah, exactly, Kusakabe. Exactly.
Yeah, you
There's a
get
reason it's called the For You page.
But man, Gojo is cool. I like Gojo. See, that's what I'm saying. The Gojo figurine incident. And if you ever go on just like a normal Gojo edit and look at the comments, bro. Oh my god.
I steer clear of Reddit as much as I can.
Oh my days.
But no, the communities can get very weird very quickly.
Chainsaw Man and JJK are just
Levels above, I'd say.
unreal. I don't understand.
Probably closely followed by My Hero, which is even more questionable.
That is so.
Yeah.
So the My Hero stuff. I say recently. It wasn't that long ago. There was a whole like Deku Maki thing that took over Twitter, and I literally could not open my Twitter for a few days. That was unreal. The fucking weird ass shit people were coming out with.
Yeah, I just always think that it's just sort of strange when the series is specifically focused around children, and then
Yeah,
people feel the need to sort of sexualize it further. It's just I don't know. I think it's just strange, very strange.
It's one of the maybe my biggest criticism of My Hero is like they are very obviously children.
Yeah,
And there is way too much fan servicey stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's not
that's my main problem with anime as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it is a huge problem.
I'm a massive lover of the art form and the medium. The sort of lowlification and sexualizing of underage characters is the big big wrench in the cogs, which makes me not want to suggest it to other people who haven't watched.
Yeah, it does just like it gives it a bad reputation. It gives it a very bad reputation, I think. Like,
yeah,
it's one of the things that make it difficult to go like. Because I've got no shame. I'll walk up to anyone and say like I'm a huge anime nerd now. Like I'm just a massive fucking nerd. But if I want to recommend an anime to anyone, I'll recommend always every single time without fail. It will be Attack on Titan or Full Metal Alchemist because they are the best when it comes to not sexualizing their characters. Attack on Titan especially, there's literally none of that at all. It just gets straight to the point, incredible storytelling, and it doesn't do all the like what I would call very weird shit sometimes, which My Hero and other stuff has a problem with. Chainsaw Man is a strange one because a lot of Chainsaw Man it's actually like a kind of part of the story that there's some fucked up characters. So that's a difficult one.
It's different, yeah.
But I feel like
I think Chainsaw Man's a difficult one because of the sort of theming as well. I don't know the mangaka's name, but the actual theming of this, the actual theming of the series has quite a lot of essay theming and grooming, and but I think that's tied into the story, so it's a lot more natural. Whereas
Fujimoto also is just crazy, like completely mental, but it has a role, it has an actual purpose.
Yeah. I still think sometimes it's a little oppressive to the story, but when it's in Chainsaw Man, I don't notice it nearly as much as others.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fire Force I've heard is pretty bad with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Fire Force fan service is it's not great, but
see that's a big problem I had with Code Geass as well. Like
I still
Code
haven't watched
Geass.
it, so
I honestly I wouldn't recommend. I'm gonna get cooked for that, but Code Geass was carried so hard by its ending. One of the best endings I've ever seen. The rest of it is like take away the ending and it was not it, bro. And also the fan service, I've never seen unnecessary fan service before like I have in Code Geass. Like it just ruined the whole thing. It was literally every single episode without fail for no fucking reason. And they put more time into animating those moments than they do in the fights. So it's not it.
Oh, Emperor Casey, do you think we'll ever see the consequences of breaking a binding vow? Well, we talked about this last time we streamed.
Yeah, we did. I think we have to.
The consequence. I think we have to.
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary story beat to probably push us on to what happens if we fail in stopping the merger. Yeah. I think that'll be what'll happen.
Yeah, for sure.
For us to understand sort of what's higher than Jujutsu itself. So what's like the actual power system behind it? I still think we don't know really how all of that works. Who's granting these binding vows? Who's allowing for these things to happen? Because as much as it could just be an imaginary rule that these characters make up on the fly, for a deal, for a vow to be a thing, you need to make a promise with someone. That's something that everyone to sort of skip over because we've heard the words binding vow so much.
Yeah.
It's sort of just bled into a sort of dialect as just another set of words, but the actual words of binding and then vow. So a vow is sort of an agreement or a deal between two people or two parties, and then the binding nature of it is that deal cannot be broken. So why introduce something which is a deal with a higher power, which is clearly more powerful than Sukuna because he's making the deal with someone or something. But that wouldn't be, in my eyes, that wouldn't be an evil entity because everyone makes binding vows. So it'd be a truly neutral sort of entity above everything else. So I really do think we're going to see the consequences of what happens when we break a binding vow.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, it's something that I talk about a lot in terms of, a lot of people think, I make the binding vow man jokes a lot with Sukuna, but I don't have any issue with him using as many binding vows as he does. I just feel like the context to those vows is never explored as much as it should be. Like, that's why I was so happy that Todo was revealed to have used one for his technique. I think there needs to be more balance in who's utilizing this. Some of our characters are so good with Jujutsu. Like, Yuta is incredible. Yuji can pick up on stuff so fast. Like, so many characters that are great at learning this kind of stuff that have seen Sukuna do it and then not utilize it themselves, if that makes sense. I feel like there needs to be more context and depth given to these vows instead of just, oh, this was done via a binding vow. That's just how it was done. Like, just accept it. There's nothing wrong with that, but just add more depth to it. Give us the... And again, that's my problem with... There needs to be more of a balance between past, like, foreshadowing and build-up with the future explanation. I feel like Gege's very much just leaning on the future explanation, which I'm sure we will get, but, there's not enough of a balance there, I think.
Yeah. But I still think that if they were... So, Kebab, Mr. Kebab mentioned it. If you go back in one of the previous streams where I was in, I'm sure that you could find where we talked about it, because I'm sure we spent like 20 odd minutes on it, wasn't it? It was a long tangent, and we actually talked about truth as from FMAB as sort of an alternative or parallel to what we may be seeing. And we talked a lot about on it. So after this, if you want to sort of get a little bit more on that, Casey, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and try and find it. I can't tell you, like, specifically when it was, but scroll back through the lives and it's in there, certainly.
Spidenic says, end the stream, I beg. Bro, you don't have to watch the stream. We'll probably wrap it up soon, because we're going for 3 hours, but, like, you don't have to watch the stream.
no one's paying you to be
there is an off button. You can little X at the top of your screen, bro. Close that shit down. Don't worry.
You don't even have to do that, man. If you look to the top left, there's a YouTube button, and we're currently in the technology age. So if you click that, there's actually endless content everywhere on the internet. So if you don't want to do this, there's plenty of other places to go.
Oh, that's great.
Keep the stream so I can hate. I love it. Kuzagabe.
Oh, I wonder if I can show you guys what I've been working on. I don't know if I get copyrighted for this. Oh dear. So who here watches a little bit of Kaio Breeze in chat? I'm sure most of you do, or at least know who he is. We've done loads of streams and stuff. I love when I
Yeah,
ask
good
a
night, Mr.
question like
Kebab.
that, and after yeah, good night, mate. I love asking a question like that and then having to wait for chat to actually respond to it. You do? Okay. So Kaio made a AMV recently for fun, and I decided ages ago to start a little project where I basically wanted to practice editing and learn how to like edit by making an AMV, which I really want to show you guys. But if I play it on stream, it will get copyrighted because it's copyright music. I'm pretty sure.
I think you'll be okay, honestly.
I'm gonna just check. One sec. What's the bloody song called? I can't even remember. But I don't make fuck all from these streams anyway, so it shouldn't get anything more than just a content ID check, which is fine.
I think you'd be fine, honestly. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna load it up and I'll just put it a little bit quieter. Wait a minute.
yeah. I was about to say as well, it's like whenever I stream on Twitch, I'd always have music on. And it's like I'd get warnings, but
Yeah.
and I know for a fact that YouTube is a lot more lenient than Twitch, so
Right, well in that case if you guys are interested, you can see what I've been working on.
I think everyone's interested and keen to see.
It's if I just load this up real quick.
I think everyone's interested. You're just consistently getting flashbanged.
Yeah. That does tend to happen. Okay. So it's very shit in terms of editing, so I was just practicing certain transitions and doing them, but the actual, if you pay attention to the lyrics and what I show on screen, I think I've actually done some
Cooked.
I think I've cooked. I think I have cooked. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll chuck it on.
It's not even test 1, guys. It's test 2. Oh,
Yeah.
you are muted. Yeah.
And what?
Oh, there you're fine now. You're fine.
Oh, okay, you can hear the video, right?
I can.
I use the same transition so much.
Everybody else doing, just cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? That's just how I feel.
Yeah, you cooked, man. You cooked. Yeah.
That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that
I think the second half is significantly better.
am I tripping for having a vision? My prediction, I'ma be on top of the world.
I'd be keen to see you do a fight one.
Yeah, that's my next goal, I think.
Don't look back, always do what you decide.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I keep seeing sort of TikTok funk edits of JJK and they're so absolutely great. I just want to do my own.
That's all I've got so far. But
No,
oh fuck, what have I done there?
I'm just watching the end now. A little bit behind you.
There we go.
Big fan, man. Yeah, you've done well there.
So
Well, especially because it's like your first crack at it.
yeah, little passion projects, you know, to learn. That was learning the ropes of. I used a little bit of Premiere Pro, a little bit of After Effects to basically literally just learn to do the same transition over and over again, but not do it as a preset. Like actually learn how to do the what's it called, the little graph thing for adjusting it. And that's why it's like all the same transition. But it was actually really good practice, and I was very happy with the end result. I might do.
Keep going, man.
Might do
See
one
what
of those.
happens. Yeah, do a little fight one.
I'd love to do a fight one. I have a strange fascination for AMVs. That's like, whenever I need motivation, if I want to like get up and make a video, and I like I'm sitting on my phone, I'll be there and like get off your phone. I need to actually make a video, chuck on an AMV, get it hyped up, and then cook. Did I get cooked for it? Let me see. Nah, bro's cooked. The hate. Second half therefore has Yuta in it. No Yuta. I hope it gets 0 views. It's not out, bro. No one's watching it other than me. Don't worry. I would watch Gojo vs Sukuna, but I would want to get permission from Ninjaristic. I could ask him, but I don't think he'll reply in time for the stream. Maybe next time.
I'm honestly, I'm fairly certain Ninja was the guy which said as long as you credit him, he's okay with it, because he's got a new one coming out like this week. No,
he's dropped it.
Actually, he dropped it. Sorry, I didn't know when it was coming out, but I'm fairly certain as long as you at.
Did he say it's fine?
Oh, no, yeah. I saw it on Twitter.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, well, we're gonna do that then.
I haven't seen it.
Have you not seen it?
Going to be no, I've not seen it. So this is a fresh, 100% authentic.
Right. Well, let me. I'm gonna get his channel. Just let me make sure I actually credit the guy.
Yeah, get a little text box up on the top. So good. I can't wait. Well. I'm eagerly awaiting.
Yeah, let me find the video. 1 second, guys. I'm so slow, bro. I need to get better at this shit, bro. I'm actually just an old man. I feel like my granddad.
Need an editor, man. You just need someone operating the stream, which isn't you.
Okay, let me put the link in.
Really good. We're really good. We're 35 people in here.
Put the link in chat real quick.
Be the best edit I've ever seen.
It's a really fucking good MMV. He's so talented. It's actually unreal. Because I watch a lot of these things, and a lot of them are really good, but it's just something different.
Is Mappa knocking on his door? Is basically what I'm hearing from chat.
Oh, very much could be. There are so many animators like that I wish got noticed and picked up by.
Yeah.
All right, let me shrink myself back down again.
To be fair, a surprising amount do actually get picked up from that, though.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy the fact that Mappa have got people who just scour the internet for good sort of animators.
All right, Jaff, you locked in?
I am locked in. I'm ready to go.
Let's do it, guys. This is a Ninjaristic Ninja on YouTube. Go sub and watch the video and leave him a like. That is loud.
Right, it's like a 30-second, well, not even 30, it's like 15-second delay for me. Oh shit, I didn't expect it to be quite this good.
Oh, bro, it is so good.
I was expecting Gojo versus the Naruto character, I can't remember his name.
Hime. Ah, she's so.
No, they've made Hakari sweat. It's not more accurate.
It's not it.
Not more accurate, but I don't care.
Look, it's so clean, the movement. And
that's sick, man.
Yeah. The background moving is something not many MMV artists can do. Like, the way it does is So good.
Honestly, I can't even understand how to even start. Holy shit, man. Ah.
Yeah, it's synced perfectly.
Man.
The like the little like textures and what's it called? Like the dust particles are so good. Look at him breathing. Ah.
Oh, holy shit.
I love that shot of Gojo.
Oh, those eyes shot, man.
Look at that. Look at the
Yeah.
physics on this thing.
I love the contrast between the bodies and the blood, and the fact the blood is so vibrant, like against such a like. Oh wow!
It's a great song for it as well. This ending is incredible. Wait, you'll see it in a few seconds with the music.
Jesus Christ, man! Yeah, someone don't pick this guy up, man.
Let me know when you finished it. Oh.
Yeah.
That is
unbelievably excellent.
So talented to be able to do that.
That is honestly, I'm sort of, I don't even know what to say. Like, that is so unbelievably good. And it blew all of my expectations out the water. Like, I knew it was going to be good. I didn't realize it was going to look so absolutely professional. If you had if you had told me that was, I don't know, promotion for the new book coming out or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's been done by a team of professionals over 6 months. That is unbelievable.
It's just, I know, it's incredible. Have you? I assume you've seen his other stuff, right?
Like the problem is, I'd watch a lot of shit on the side, and I sort of forget that I've watched it.
Have you seen the Culling Games one? Because that's my.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen the Culling Games ones.
That is. It's like a full 4 minutes of absolute peak. It is the best. It's the single best edit I've seen of something like that. It's better than the Gojo one, I think, purely because of length, but like.
I actually did it in 6 months. That is so unbelievably impressive.
So to clarify, guys, Ninja said we can react to his stuff, right? Like we can react to the Culling Games one. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller though.
That was probably the most impressive animation feat from a small team. Because I assume it's not just him on his own, because that is an obscene amount of work. I would have thought that there would be.
I'm not sure.
People around him.
Why is my
even for cleanup and stuff, he may do the majority of things, like in terms of storyboarding and actually the legwork. I still think that there would be people around him sort of correcting audio and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like it's him.
No, but you got it. I'm just thinking, like 6 months to produce something like that as one person is just. If it's true, like that is incredible, and it doesn't take away from anything if he does have helpers, because it's it's very normal for, Said he did that just himself. No, that's crazy. He must actually be like so locked in. He must know, because it probably comes down to hotkeys as well and shit like that. As stupid as it to sound, just having the experience in the software.
Spidenic said it is just him.
Yeah, no, it'll blow my mind.
I really want you to watch this one, because this is my absolute favorite. I'm gonna, because it's so long, I do kind of want to pause it at points, just because I'm terrified of copyright shit. But
we'll pause it sort of every like minute and a half if you want.
Again, credit to Ninjaristic. Go like and sub and all of that. The links in the description. But yeah, we're gonna show Jaff this, because this is peak. This could be a trailer or an intro. The colors, the background is so cool.
Everything about it, man. It is literally like an actual opening.
It genuinely could just be like an intro. Like if they showed this as an intro, I'd be so gassed. I mean, it kind of reveals a bit too much.
I'd be so gassed if this was the intro.
Perfect. I like little like movements, just the way he makes it so smooth. Incredible. Ah, the music thinking as well. That is so cold.
Oh, Judge Man looks so sick.
It does feel like a trailer. Yeah, he's done a great job with it. Oh. All right, we're gonna pause it there. I'm gonna let Jaff catch up on it. Tell me when.
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. Holy shit, man! That Higuruma section itself is just peak. The contrast of how light the sword was, and oh man, the movement and shit.
The movement
it's just
is so
everything
good.
seems so fluid. It feels like, because obviously they are still images which have been doctored to show that, like, to make it seem like they're moving. I can't tell, like, whatsoever.
It's so smooth, and like so I've watched a few videos on how people actually edit these, and it's like mind-numbing work. Like it's to get them to move individually. I think who was it? Dynamic Weeb was like learning how to do it at some point. It like takes so much dedication to do it properly, and that's even just for like a basic character movement. If you watch most MMVs, you'll have like a stationary background with some like color effects and like color correction, but it's mainly just the characters moving. He is so good at making the background look like it is just straight out of a show. Like everything is actually like live, you know? Anyway,
It looks like it's been animated. It genuinely looks like it's been hand drawn.
I guarantee you the Hakari section of this MMV, you will have seen it a million times before on TikTok.
Yeah,
for sure. But the Yuta Sendai fight is unreal. We're gonna check that out.
Get me onto the Hakari section now.
Oh, you'll get that, don't worry. Oh, good.
I didn't think Ryu could ever look that cold.
It just makes me so excited for the actual anime. Uro looks incredible. The little shaking like particles in the background add so much to it.
Just everything just looks so natural.
Oh, it looks so incredible. Spark effect, bro. Like,
I don't even know, man.
bro,
That's unbelievable.
look at that. Oh, I'll let you catch up, but
Yeah.
it's so
Sat here scratching my head because I've just got
Smooth.
absolutely no way of like that Ryu scene with the granite blasts chasing is just sick.
it was that, like, I watched this MMV after like literally my first time reading through Culling Games, and it was seeing that Ryu scene that made me so excited to actually see Sendai, because I realized how cool that fight actually is, seeing it animated like that, and just the colors is incredible as well.
It's just I just didn't expect it to be nearly as good.
I know, for one guy.
For one guy as well, I just think it's so because the thing that people don't understand is people that like train for years to get to this level of understanding of software and understanding of editing. People that do, you know, university degrees and, you know, even further education on top of that to get to this point. And from what I assume, this guy is a one-man team who, you know, probably has a background in it, but largely looks like he's doing a lot of the legwork himself, just on a passion project. Just so refreshing to see, man. Just see actual quality content come out.
And it's like, I'm here after 6 months with my little floating images thinking, how much dedication does it get to learn a software that well to the point where you know all of the ins and outs to be able to sit there and go, oh, I want to have this effect, and then just immediately know exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
And it's layers as well, right? Not literally, but like, well, literally as well, but there's layers of, you have loads of little ideas of what will look good, and then be able to sit there in your mind and go like, if I do this combination of things together, it will have this effect. It's something I can't get my head around. It takes so much time.
Well, yeah. You've got to think there's only set amounts of content in the panels, so a lot of this has got to be him storyboarding it himself, or his interpretation of the panels, to then think, right, I want to do it this way, I want to order it this way, then choreograph the fights that he wants to do, but then to also actually put his ideas into a software and to get a piece of content like this out is just so unbelievable.
But you know what's even better is that to make one of these, is he will choose the song and then storyboard it to sync it with the song.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's actually perfectly in sync with the song is unreal. I'm going to press play because we need to see the rest of this shit.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. Oh, it's so cold. The transition.
I never thought I think Ryu looked cool.
I know, but that is why I think Ryu is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that Kashima shot, man. Holy.
It's so good. And then
this, man.
This is what everyone has seen. Everyone has seen this edit.
Yeah.
The chicken container. Ah.
Yeah, I've seen this bit, yeah.
I forgot this was a thing. Alright, I'm gonna let you catch up. Let me know when you can see it's paused.
Yeah, paused.
Okay. As incredible as that everything we've just watched was, this next bit is Kenjaku versus Yuki.
Oh.
And it's the only material I have ever seen anyone make an edit of involving Kenjaku and Yuki, and MMV wise. And it's probably his best work. I'm not gonna lie, it is so good. It's so smooth. I'm gonna press play, but like,
yeah,
I can't go over it. I don't care. Call me a glazer. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that Choso shot as well, man.
It's unreal. Choso is majestic.
Oh, with all the cells, the wall that fall away. That's so fucking cool, man.
Yuki looks like a menace.
So cool.
And look at that. That is...
that smile.
Oh my god. The ending. Oh, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Like, that's actually... I would be so impressed and I'd be so happy if that was the official, you know?
Yeah, that's what it's like. It's so close to what I actually expect that to look like.
Yeah. Like, even sort of when, like, calling back when, like, Takaba popped up and it was, like, the old comic sort of background and it was, like, flashing and the transitions where they sort of, like, slammed together. It was just... Everything seems so professional. It doesn't feel like
one guy.
Used to.
It doesn't feel like one guy has sat there and made all of that.
Mappa's got his ass on an 18-year contract already, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
There is no way they allow talent like that slip. Because if he imagine he's done all of that as a one-man team, imagine what he could do with professionals around him. You know?
It's just so good. I hope season 3 goes to Ufotable. Bro, what?
Nah.
Like, Ufotable, don't get me wrong, Ufotable is incredible, but Mappa knows, like, they've set a style for JJK now, one that I do not want tampered with.
And I think they've done a really good job. I feel like switching studios doesn't really make sense.
And, like, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but, so, for Attack on Titan, Wit Studio animate the first 3 seasons. And for me, there are some, in terms of like, maybe not in terms of, because obviously there's very different kinds of fights in that, but some of the animation is like my favorite that I've ever seen in anything ever. And then for season 4, it goes to Mappa, who it starts very good, very different, and then towards the second half of season 4, it becomes like JJK Chainsaw Man level animation, which is like, that's my first experience with Mappa, so I knew when I started watching JJK, I was like, I know this is going to be sick, because Mappa just does not disappoint.
No.
But yeah, that was incredible.
I'm a big fan. And
I can't believe you've
I
never
will
seen
have a look through
them in their entirety.
I don't know. I just don't sort of like consume much of that content. I just have, like, I don't watch theory shit. I don't watch like
that's fair.
breakdowns and stuff. But like, I don't really watch edits as much. Like, if they come up on my TikTok, I'll watch. But you know,
yeah, I see a lot of it. A lot of his stuff gets stolen on TikTok, like all the time. I see constant content from just that one guy.
Yeah.
All over my TikTok with like different audios and stuff. But yeah, no, it's like, it takes a lot of passion to be able to sit down and make, like, with the AMV I was making, that's like, what, 2 minutes, very unedited compared to other MMVs. Like, it's very AMV, sorry, it's very light, not a lot, and it still took me like hours to do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking a 4-minute video of something he has effectively animated himself using still images is incredible.
I can't even fathom how they do it. So, like, as much as it's impressive to me, I would have thought that if I knew exactly how he's done it, it'd be even more so impressive, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, it was honestly because JJK, I didn't start reading it until like halfway through season 2 was airing. It was around Christmas time that I got to that point in the manga. And you know, it was slightly before Christmas, I think. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is really cool stuff. And then I found that MMV and I watched it, and I then realized how great Culling Games is. So when Jid says Culling Games, it's like, oh, I'm not really excited for seeing any of that. Season 3 is not going to be all that. Bro, what?
I think season 3 is going to be better than Shibuya.
I agree. I think it only goes up. Like, it just outdoes itself every time.
I think the story does. But we talk about it, you know, the amount of like huge plot points which are coming up, like very, very close to each other. We're getting to that point of the story where it really does ramp up, and we sort of go up a gear. So, you know, that's only going to translate well into anime because they can do so much more with it. And if there's more exciting moments, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 3 will literally be straight hands. It will be a season of essentially every episode focusing on a different fight, in my eyes.
I think
with
there's nothing
a couple
wrong
of
with that.
subpoints. No.
Like, it's just done really, really well. And, like, even it's done so well that... So I really like Hakari. I think Hakari's really cool. But I don't like Hakari the same way I love Yuta and Maki, right? So I always think, like, in terms of the impact the character has on me, I always prefer seeing Yuta and Maki. And Kashimo, everyone knows I am Kashimo's #1 hater. Doesn't change the fact that I love Kashimo versus Hakari, and it's such a cool fight that has me invested, regardless of the fact that I don't feel particularly attached to that fight, if you get what I mean. Like, I'm not that invested. I'm just like, this is cool. It's a little bit like Jogo versus Sukuna. I wasn't, like, I didn't really care all that much. I knew Jogo was going to get his ass, like, handed to him, but then the anime came and just, like, blew that shit right out of the water, and it's like, okay, this is incredible. That's what Mappa is really good at, I think, and what Gege is really good at is writing those fights where it's like you always care to some degree.
Yeah, I'd somewhat agree, yeah.
Sukuna vs. Gojo has to be a movie. Now, see, we talked about this and we decided that makes no sense.
From a business perspective and also from a narrative perspective.
The cliffhanger potential is too much.
Well, you got to think, it's the biggest moment of the series, so realistically, as much as I'd like to talk about it from what the mangaka wants, I think that it would be whoever sort of gets the money, let's say, because obviously it's not going straight into Gege's pocket, it's going to whatever, publishing company or whatever, they would 100% be like, we can break the internet for 8 weeks in a row if we release little bits of the story and little bits of the fight weekly.
Yeah.
Or we can just drop it as a film, have 3 months of hype, and then no one talk about it again until the film inevitably releases like to the masses outside of cinema. Like, it would work in a film, 100%. I don't disagree with that. I think it would work narratively as well, and it'd be really nice to see the whole fight at once. I don't think that they'll release it like that. I think what they'll do is they'll smash it out. They'll do season 3 or whenever it'll come around. We'll see the fight in episode format, and then after the series is finished, I think they'll do a film which recaps the ending, which may start at the Gojo fight and then end at wherever we end up with a merger.
Yeah.
As a re-release.
I mean, I think, like, also something we forget as we are the community who read the manga, right? That's, like, kind of what my channel is. That's what most people watching are here for, is, like, we are manga readers. I mean, you'll probably be surprised at how many people are anime onlys, and why that is, like, for the people making the anime, care a lot more about people who are watching the anime, in terms of, like, there is such a big audience there that literally only watch the anime, and it would go so unbelievably hard as just like a week-to-week cliffhanger thing. It's going to be a huge event when, like, Gojo vs. Sukuna is starting, because it has the entire manga reader audience engaged because they know what's coming, and it has the entire anime only community engaged week by week because they've just realized what's getting started, how big this is, and they are invested week by week going through this.
100%. I just think it just doesn't make sense for them to just release it all at once. Because, like, I would have agreed maybe 12 months ago. Yeah. Now, especially after all of the Netflix debacle and how they treated JoJo's, how they treated other series with bulk dropping it at once, and then the amount of hype which dies out, I think that all of the studios will know that if they drop this massively hype moment, the hypest moment of the series, the most built-up moment of the series, they need to stretch it out. I'm not saying fill it with loads of filler and make it last 3 seasons. I'm just saying it will be an episode format.
Well, like
Gojo, I bet my house on it.
Gojo vs. Sukuna can, like, so easily be extended in terms of the actual fight as well. Like, yeah. And everyone is here for that. No one is going to complain at seeing it be... Because, like, you had the whole thing, right, of... the Jogo vs. Sukuna fight is a great example, because in the manga, Jogo does not look as much like him as he does in the anime. Like, the anime made Jogo look a fair bit stronger than he did in the manga. I have no problem considering, Jogo's Jogo, but this is Sukuna and Gojo. They are the 2 strongest. Increasing, like, how strong they both look in that fight is not going to do them any damage at all, other than get people even more invested. Like, if Gojo is looking like he's hitting harder and Sukuna is looking like he's also, like, doing the same, it's not going to hurt anyone. As long as they keep it so it doesn't look like, one of them's dominating the entire fight, when obviously that isn't what is actually happening, then they can just make them both look so much stronger than they do in the because it's hard to gauge in the manga as well. Like, you don't realize it, that they're literally chucking buildings around and shit, like they're nothing, and it's hard to realize that.
Yeah, I can't wait for, like, seeing Gojo's limbs start flying off and then get reattached. It's like, there's just so much shit they can do, and there's so much things, like, even the cutaways from the actual fight, when we get, flashbacks or opinions from the rest of the characters, they can really extend those out. And even though they may just be 1 panel or 2 panels in the manga, they can make that a 3-minute discussion, and it wouldn't feel like bad, because you're taking away, you're taking the viewer away from the fight. So, I keep going back to the peaks and troughs of, you can only have the peaks if you have the lulls, the quiet moments in the fight make the loud moments so much better. So, sure. Cutting away and talking, like, getting Choso's, viewpoints and the flashbacks and stuff, they can really drag that fight for I keep saying drag, and it's not the right word, and I keep saying stretch because it sort of gives her a negative overtone.
No, I understand what you mean.
It's like they
expand.
need to make this fight multiple episodes, and I mean multiple as in 4+.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause-
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Oh my god. I've just been cooked by Sam, and now chat is... How has this happened? You've been streaming for 4 hours, stop yapping. Sam's got a point. You're cooked. Bro, to be fair, we've been going for a while. I think it is probably time to wrap it up.
It is 1:45.
Yeah, this has been way longer than I thought it would be, but my streams always go longer when Jid or Jaff have been knocking about, because we end up going
Waffling shit.
Wham tangents. A little bit of
Yeah.
One Piece. There's
A little bit of
fun.
everything in there. We like to keep it varied.
Enjoy the reactions though. That's something I tried last stream, and it was I definitely want to do more of that. Just like reacting to other content is really fun. And best believe when JJK season 3 comes out, bro, reaction videos.
We have to.
Whoa.
We have to do record. We'll need to get me, you, and Jid. We'll need to everyone get our webcams up, and we'll need to sort of cover half of the screen with our webcam so we don't get them for copyright.
Yeah.
And then we can go through that way. But yeah, it was really fun. Nice to get back into it, get my foot back in the door.
Yeah.
Start talking about
see that content soon.
Yeah. Start talking about cartoons again. Love it, man.
is very passionate. All right, guys. I think we are going to wrap it up. We've been going for a long time now. So, again, thank you to Ninjaristic Ninja for just making the most beautiful piece of art. And thank you to, who was it? I want to say, wait, I can actually check. Big MB, Raya God, and Tiberius for the donations. Much appreciate it. The super chats, rather, or whatever they're called. Kusakabe, thank you for hating as always. And
no. Kusakabe's been giving me love. We love Kusakabe. We love him.
And of course, thank you to Jaff as well for being an amazing co-host. Go subscribe and make sure the pressure is on for him to release a video.
Always a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure to talk.
Right. Thank you, guys. Okay, that was a great way to end it. Yeah.